Okay, here it is. Everybody, welcome to our first ever episode of Brits&Crits. Wow, it's amazing. Honestly, quite hard to put into words like how special today is. This project, the world, these characters, you people. It's been well over 2 years in the making, countless hours, a lot of late nights, and some chaos, but it's all been leading up to this moment, so it's all good. So whether you're an old mate or you're a curious wanderer or just here to see what the fuss is all about, thank you for being here from the bottom of all of our hearts. We really, really do mean that. Now, just quickly, before we get rolling, something just a little about kind of how we're running the game. For those that are watching, I'm very much the kind of DM that's here for, the story and the fun. And the magic of shared imagination. I'm not there to kill the vibes by being like an over stickler for every single rule in the rulebook. That being said, we are playing with the new 2024 rules as our base, and we've mixed in up a couple of little home rules and bits and pieces like this for flavour and flow, But if something does pop up that isn't exactly as rules as written, please don't shout at me. It's just in that service of the good story. I'd like to give a huge, huge shout out to obviously everybody that's helped us reach this point. I'm sure you will all agree as well. Friends, families, supporters behind the scenes, our incredible players. You've brought these characters to life. You've helped shape the world in ways that I couldn't have imagined. So I thank you all for that. You lot in the chat, watching this, whether you're live or watching this at a later date, thank you so much for showing up and being part of our little corner of Erthad. So we hope that you love it as much as we do. It's mad that this is our first one in 2 years. I think we're going to have like a little word from our sponsors. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is where I shut up.
Brilliant. I mean, it's really, I'm honoured to be the first sponsor on screen for Brits&Crits. So I run a little D&D business. I run premium D&D games. You can find me on startplaying.games/GM/Gage the Viking. And I have my own universes and my own worlds that maybe aren't quite as cool as Erthad, but I put a lot of work and effort into them. So if you're interested in playing some really nice, good quality D&D games, then you can go over onto that link and find some for yourselves there.
Yeah, please do. They're absolutely awesome. Like the maps, everything, the lore is really, really great stuff. So please do check that out.
Thank you.
Oh, and over to me.
And over to you.
So my name's Vic. I am, as well as being a player on this amazing, amazing show, a dice hawker, a dice bag maker, a greeting card producer, and my business is called TTRPG Treasures. So please do check us out. You can find us at tt-rpg.com. And in preparation for today, I have brought some little prezzies for our illustrious DM.
Oh, what?
Yes.
I love
so we will have a little prezzie for everyone in the upcoming episodes, but we're going to start with, obviously, our illustrious leader. So,
Are you trying to sweet talk?
I was going to say,
Violet is going to do really well in the first couple of episodes.
Legendary
flattery and bribes, they work.
They work every time.
Yeah. I mean.
So the first one is actually really a present for all of us, but I will pass it to the lovely
What is
girl.
this?
There you go.
Oh my god.
So if you wouldn't mind doing a little unboxing there, yes, show it to the camera.
Did you make that?
No, I didn't make the box. But what's inside, I made those.
Sick.
So we've got some Supreme Health little potions. Love them. We've got.
They are in order
amazing.
of
Superiors.
size.
We've got. They're honestly, look at that.
There you go.
Can you buy these on the website?
Look.
Absolutely,
at that.
yeah.
These are so cool.
There you go.
Oh no, I love them. Hold on.
So the idea being, Neil, whenever we buy one, give us the actual physical portion, and then obviously when you use it, give it back to Neil, and that way we've got a really easy way of keeping track of what portions we have.
I fucking love that.
And it's in a
Thank you
toolbox,
so
there
much,
you go.
dude. That's wicked.
So that is Prezi number one. Prezi
That's
number
so
two
2 presents.
Two
Prezzies.
presents. It's like Christmas.
is his actual dice bag.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's
So-
actual present.
There you are,
Shit.
in a
Wow,
little
thank
boxy
you
for
so much.
you.
I'm getting embarrassed.
There you go.
You're blushing. actually got a little bit red, to be honest. Just a little bit.
So,
Oh, shit.
oh.
Look at that.
So obviously the sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the idea, yes, the theme I was given was, can mine be a Viking one? And I was like,
Did you say
yes,
that?
of course, Neil.
Did you say that, Neil? Can I be?
That is so cool, honestly.
it
Look at
is-
the quality of that.
Would it work as a hat for you as well? Amazing. Actually, I think you should wear that. That looks amazing.
That's tremendous.
It's like fried
You look like a
tofu.
Tudor
Fried
or
tofu.
something. Yeah.
It's my little bonnet.
So it does actually store dice really well, but can team up as a no.
I love it. So,
Your bunny hat.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah.
I only kind of had this weird rubbish run.
My
Instant
thoughts
upgrade.
my thoughts
Oh, the
were.
dice are so much
What
better.
materials would a Viking use? And I was sitting picking my brain, and I was like, do you know what? It has to be fur lined.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does, it
Definitely
does.
fur
And
lined.
if I get
So-
sad,
When you
Listen
kill
to
your
your dice.
first
it's
character.
really soft. Oh, I love. Thank you so much.
Glad you
Bless
like
your
it,
heart.
dude.
Is
That's
that
really
handmade
cool.
as well?
No.
If you want to
Handmade.
feel
Wow.
the joy that I've just felt, please do check out TTRPG Treasures, because that is amazing, and it is super soft.
And it's
So,
the first
I
ever
love that.
fur lined one.
I
so there you
absolutely
go.
love that. That's so cool.
And
Rick,
it's,
thank
and
you
it's
so
handmade.
much.
Handmade, yeah.
Handmade.
By my very own
Crazy.
hands.
That's so cool. Love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Again,
You're
thousands
very
of
welcome.
thank yous. That's awesome. Wow, I wasn't expecting presents.
Just to boot, I've got you nothing.
It's my brother.
Literally nothing.
Okay, so I think does any of you guys want to say anything?
Just a shout out, really. So when we are going to be launching, is my mum's birthday.
Oh!
Big shout out
What's
to
your
my
mum's
mum,
name? What's your mum's name?
Joanne.
Happy birthday,
Joanne.
Joanne!
So, and she will be watching. She sent loads of lovely messages of support and supported us all the way through this.
Oh,
So,
bless her.
thank you, mum. Love you.
Oh,
Mummy
bless.
Mummy
Happy
Lewis.
birthday, happy birthday. That's amazing. I don't know if everyone's.
I
good,
think we
is there,
all
like,
want to
just very
say
overwhelming,
a massive, massive thank you to all of our families for supporting us through this
Absolutely.
and being
Absolutely.
amazing. And
Yeah.
all our friends who are going to be peasant on the stream.
Yeah,
To watch it,
100%,
so,
100%.
You're
yeah.
watching.
I
You're watching.
I want to say a massive thank you to mainly my dad
Yeah.
Yeah.
for doing the magnificent.
Oh, Graham.
math.
Yeah, 100%. Here, I might be
You
able
give it to
to
Neil.
pass it.
Nice to zoom in
A
on.
good shot.
So Graham, lovely man, amazing artist. Graham Hodgson, he's helped us with loads and loads of work. I've spoken to him a tremendous amount over the last 2 years, just in regards to designing and really getting like a visual illustration for this world. He's incredible. Yeah, he's helped us loads with drawing these maps. So a massive thank you to you, Graham.
Thank you, Graham.
Thanks,
for,
Graham.
for helping
Thanks,
me
Dad.
through this.
Love
Hello, Graham.
I think it's definitely a good shout out to like everyone as well. Like
Yeah.
the amount of work that's been put in with everyone really
Yeah.
Yeah.
to get to this point is
Thank you, Saul,
pretty
for
crazy, to be honest.
helping me with stuff. Because I don't know D&D as much as everyone else, and Saul's helped me a lot. And can I say thanks to Neil? Because
Well,
he's
thanks
thanks
to,
to-
I suppose to everything we've done a really
for
good
this.
job.
This.
From,
just a
from-
massive
from
love it.
living
It's
room
crazy.
To office, from living room
Yeah.
to office.
Yeah.
To studio.
Different.
Studio, yes, darling.
Yeah,
Massive
Studio
dream
office.
come
To
true.
office to studio.
This has been a massive labour
Massive
of love
journey.
over the last 2 years, isn't it? Really, like
2 years.
we've all put a lot into this. You know, I think we're probably a bit longer. I think from the first time we started originally playing Phandalin, the Lost Minds of Phandalin,
The starter-
and going
the
through
starter
that,
quest.
and then the chaos that brought, and then we was just like, yeah, let's leave that and create Erthad, and then it's just we've not looked back.
Just create everything.
We've not looked back. I appreciate. We don't usually dress like this. Just throw it out.
I do.
like,
Let's put that
that
I
is.
do.
This is how I go to work.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite tops. This.
Some of us. So yeah, we just thought, you know, for the sake of the first one, don't expect this every time because I'm sweating. But I think if everybody is happy, grab your drinks, get comfy.
We're done.
Let's go.
The first ever episode of our campaign is gonna start. Let's roll the intro.
Lost ones whisper, names once known. Rise and walk, return to stone. Wish may fade, but names remain, carved in wind, carved in rain. Brits and crits through dusk and dawn, sing our song when we are gone. Sing our song when we are gone. Flesh may fade, but names remain. Carved in wind, carved in rain. Brits and crits through dusk and dawn. Sing our song when we are gone.
Okay, so we begin. Fucking hell. Okay, so the year is 989 AE. No, 998.
I've already wrote that one.
First mistake of the campaign, guys. 998 AE, or the Age of the Empire. For nearly 1,000 years, the Aetherian Empire has ruled with an unrelenting authority. Vast, unyielding, and for generations unchallenged. But now, its long shadow begins to falter. To the east, in the lands of Eldoria, the Empire's heartlands, is suffocated under the weight of its own promises. Streets once adorned with imperial banners now echo with unease. The watchful eyes of garrison soldiers see all, yet seem powerless to stop everything. Attacks are becoming more frequent. Sabotage, assassinations, raids targeting military convoys, supply lines, strategic outposts. Strikes have even spilled into some cities. And in more than one cases, citizens of the Empire have been killed. Collateral damage, and the people feel it, in their bones, in their breath, the tension that clings to every moment. This is the work of the Freeborn Alliance, a coalition of those who reject the Empire's dominion. Born of old scars and new furies, the Alliance draws in deserters, visionaries, hunted scholars, mages, noble families, and even servants from the crown. Their operations, once whispered in the dark, have grown into a bold, relentless campaign of disruption and defiance. Imperial outposts burn, supply lines vanish, key garrisons have fallen silent. The Empire, massive and vengeful, look for somewhere, someone to direct its growing rage. Yet every strike risks feeding the very fires it seeks to contain. It cannot afford open war. Not yet. But its patience thins with each passing day. To the west, in the lands of Mystaria, resistance no longer hides in whispers. 60 years ago, the elves reclaimed their ancestral home of Tyrion. And since then, the Council of the Wise have grown bold, fortifying the great elven city of Tyrion and the surrounding lands into a citadel of hope. They don't claim to lead any rebellion, and remain completely separate from the Freeborn Alliance, but their presence, proud and untouchable, dares others to act. There's a tension, it hums in every city, every village, every borderland. Trade routes now run armed, priests speaking careful riddles, and the air itself seems brittle, like glass stretched too thin. Everyone can feel it, even if no one says it. And yet, for all the great movements of the Empire and alliances, our story begins much, much smaller. The Veylstrand River. The largest, most vital artery in the Empire, carves its way through land like a shimmering serpent of silver and blue. Its wide waters roll steadily southward, glinting beneath the pale morning sun, carrying vessels from all shapes and sizes, merchant barges laden with crates, fishing boats lazily drifting, and the occasional sleek Imperial patrol skiff slicing through the current. You are all aboard the River Warden. This is a sturdy ferry built for long-haul travels. Passengers go around their business, lulled by the gentle swaying of the deck beneath their feet. This ferry is not luxurious. It's a workhorse of the river, built for function rather than comfort, but it's steady. This whole creaking with the rhythmic push of the current. The deck is bustling with a mixture of travellers, merchants keeping wary eyes on wares, labourers returning home after weeks of work off in far-off towns, and a few cloaked figures that keep themselves to themselves. The air is thick with the scent of river water, damp wood, and the faint aroma of dried fish from merchant carts. The occasional cry of a gull's echoes overhead, carried by the cool breeze of the rolling water. A grizzled ferryman, his skin tanned and cracked from years spent underneath the open sun, stands near the helm. One hand rested on the wooden railing, his eyes forever on the horizon. You will know this man as Captain Merrick Falson.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah, Merrick Falston. So Merek Falston. He's a man of few words, but extremely experienced river pilot. His crew, a few deckhands, a young boy running errands, move between passengers, checking tickets, ensuring cargo is secured, and keeping an eye out for trouble. To the left of the ferry, the dense emerald tree line of the riverbank looms. Thick ancient oaks and willows, their branches dipping into the water as if whispering secrets to the river itself, and now and then a small fishing village or a riverside trading post appears between the trees. Wooden piers jut out into the current, children waving to the boats as they pass. To the right, the river stretches wide. Its far shore barely visible on the far mist that lingers above the water. Out in the distance, other vessels move along the mighty Veylstrand. Some slow and ponderous, others sleek and fast. Imperial banners hanging from a few, their crimson and gold sigils flapping in the wind. A voice cuts through the morning mist, clear and charismatic. Good morrow! A few passengers look up from their business, others stop mid-step. All eyes land on a man standing confidently on top of a crate, arms wide like a performer about to begin. Gilbert, as your voice rings out to the passengers across the ferry, they turn to see who dare would be this loud this early in the morning. Please describe yourselves.
Okay, so Gilbert, he is about, well, I am about 5'10", 50, 60 years old, but in incredible shape. Skin soft, hair thick and white, a trimmed beard with oils and smelling fresh rose juice. Just an amazing, handsome, silver fox of a man. he adorns the official Imperial Trading Guild traveller's outfit, which is a leather, very of the finest quality, gold thread sort of sewn in around decorations. And he has proudly over his heart, where it should be, the symbol of the ITG, the Imperial Trading Guild. Glitters slightly in gold, so that it draws the attention of every man, woman and child that might see him stride along. He wears glasses, and all they do to see him is to focus on these bright green eyes. Many may have lost their soul into those eyes, I have to say, and probably looking for many hours. But yeah, I am a very, you would not forget him if you saw him. He makes an impression wherever he goes.
Nice. Okay, so over to you.
He draws his breath in anticipation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, husbands and wives, aunties and uncles, grandmamas, grandpapas, friends, best friends, acquaintances, strangers, gather round and hear my voice. For today is a day that something rather special is going to happen. What happens? Do I get a
Yeah,
crowd?
so the crowd has now started to gather all around you. Numerous different people coming and joining in. There's quite a good show.
Times are tough. As a representative of the ITG, I know more that it's harder to make a good copper now than it was a few years ago. I'm sure we've all suffered here. Hardships, the bread lines, just a slightly bit longer, a bushel of apples, a few pence more. The ability to find a room in an affordable tavern, non-existent. And forever we are looking for something that's gonna really rejuvenate the soul. To have tough times, we need to have something that will just make us all feel safe. And that thing is Gilbert's Best Biscuits. Triple baked. Able to withstand rebellion. Able to withstand turmoil. Best Biscuits are indestructible, other than water, which will make them turn to a slurry. But keep them dry, keep them dark, and they will last as long as you might live. What's that? What did you say? Baked? In a dirty squalor somewhere? No, dear lad, not baked. Crafted by artisans, fair maidens of virtual assumption, hands so clean you could see your reflection in them. These are the hands that have crafted Gilbert's Best Biscuits. And they are available for the first time on this product launch on the River Warden for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, for you and you. Even you at the back. Everybody will have the ability to buy today, for the first time, Gilbert's Best Biscuits. Now, I don't just want to pitch you this amazing product. I want to give you a demonstration. And I need to pick somebody from this crowd, somebody who I've never seen before, spoken to, someone at random. And I think I will pick you, sir. Yes, you.
Russell, as Gilbert points you out in the crowd and you take a step forward, please describe yourself.
Well, I'm a pretty huge fella, about 6'6", rippling with muscle. You can see it in every aspect of him. He is massive. You wouldn't be surprised if you saw him in all of the Empire gyms. Would they not cost an arm and a leg? He is, I am wearing an exquisite sailor's uniform. It's this long black coat that goes all the way from his shoulders down to just past my knees. And it's adorned with this really nice, lovely red inlay with little bits of gold filigree and these gold, nice shoulder pads kind of wrapped around his arms. The uniform is open at the chest, revealing all of his lovely tattoos that you can kind of see rippling across his skin. The most prominent one depicts this beautiful wolf in the centre of a sun. I've got some. Sweet. I've got some nice long black pants on, and you can see kind of tying it all together around my waist. A nice thick belt kind of over the top of it all, with a little golden embossed anchor in the centre. Moving up to the face, I am a very handsome man, if I do say so myself. Quite like Gilbert, he is a prime specimen. A bit younger, he looks to be about maybe 30 or so. I look to be about 30 or so. I'll get there eventually. He's got this really deep black hair that's kind of... I've got this deep black hair that's kind of swooped to one side, and it looks like it is artfully messy. Like he's clearly done it deliberately. He's put a lot of effort into it. And he's got a nice, thick, luscious black beard. He's got a little black tattoo underneath his left eye, some sort of symbol or sigil that's kind of nondescript, doesn't really mean anything to anyone. And in between his kind of rolled up sleeves and these big leather gloves that I'm wearing are loads of just random tattoos symbolising, there's like waves and different types of ocean creatures and all sorts, just dotted along his arms.
Nice.
Strapped to my back is a huge metallic anchor that looks like it was ripped straight from a boat. Taken good care of though. It's not covered in like barnacles or rust or anything. It's shiny. There's even a little sharpness to the edge, like he owns it with a grindstone.
Nice.
And as you kind of call him over, he's like, "Well, this is an opportunity I will not miss. Biscuits, you say?"
Yes, biscuits. Now, for the crowd, I have never once seen you before. Is that correct?
I've never seen you before in my life.
We have never seen each other before in our lives.
Never in my life.
I
Never.
jump off the
Everyone
box. I jump off the box.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm a good, foot
Yeah.
shorter.
Yeah.
So now I'm sort of looking up at Russell. Good God, man! You're even bigger in person than I imagined!
Yes, well, I mean, a body like this, it takes a lot of food, so I'm hoping these biscuits can do the trick, you know.
Your father must have been a giant. Your mother an oxen to produce such a fine specimen of a man.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
My goodness. Now, tell me, on a normal day,
Mm-hmm.
how many chickens are you eating?
Well, they're a bit spenny nowadays.
They
Not
are.
very many, but I mean, when the economy was manageable and I was much richer than I am now, I would have at least two. One for breakfast, one for lunch, and then for dinner, I'd have all of the eggs that they produce during the day. So, quite a lot of
Eggs.
food.
This is a man that does not shy away from protein, ladies and gentlemen.
No, not at all.
He is a hungry specimen of a human. Now, if I was to tell you, I have a special biscuit, of half of which would fill the stomach of a grown man like yourself. What would you say to that idea?
I mean, that would be pretty incredible.
It would be incredible, and you'd be right to be amazed by it. Behold.
Disbelief. I don't believe you.
Disbelief, ladies and gentlemen.
Get a few gasps in the crowd.
And behold, this is what we're talking about. My best biscuit.
It's a bit small.
Can I describe it?
Yeah.
It just looks like a really normal, sort of like a hard-tack navy biscuit. A very thick, digestive biscuit. So it's about the size, of a lid, about that big. It's quite thick.
Yeah.
And as he holds it, it's got BB for best biscuits stamped on it. This, my lads, will save you cold nights, hungry winters, attached to supply lines, rebellion in the air. With Gilbert's best biscuit, you will weather any storm. And I invite you, sir, to break half and consume it for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, never seen before, and tell us what you think.
Kind of takes the biscuit and he just kind of looks at it. Yeah, good consistency. I like it. And I'll be warned, Gilbert. I haven't eaten anything in about 3 days.
He's never eaten for 3 days, ladies and gentlemen. 3 days.
Might not fill me up, but I'll give it a go. And he just kind of like licks it a bit, crunches down on it. Can you get his teeth through it?
It's quite hard.
He's like, oh, that was a biscuit, not my tooth.
The snap of savoury.
Chews it down. What does it taste like?
Very bland. It's basically sort of flour, sugar, and a bit of butter that's been baked,
Yeah.
so there's no moisture in it whatsoever.
He like Russell makes like a show of like rolling it around his teeth, like poking his tongue out here and there. He makes lots of like, yeah, it's nice that. Swallows it down. Oh, that was instant, that Gilbert.
How do you feel, Russell? Tell us how you feel.
Oh, I feel like I've eaten a kingly feast.
A kingly feast.
From just half a biscuit.
Half a biscuit.
What would happen if I ate the other half? Would I explode?
I think it may be too. You might instantly need to lie down straight away. But tell me about your power levels. Do you feel rejuvenated?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he like starts to like tense his arms, kind of like as much as he can. Like you see the muscles rippling in his forearms. I mean, yeah, I feel strong as 3 oxens all at once.
3 oxens.
And it's growing. I mean, almost 3.5 now. 4?
Unbelievable.
How much is one of these, Gilbert?
Well, I tell you what, it's not as much as you think, and it's not as much as you expect.
I need to burn some of this energy off.
I think you do. Maybe start running round in circles.
Yeah, and just kind of like just start running around.
Run around so that there's like a ring of people, and you just start running in circles, like inside the ring of people.
I like take my huge anchor and start like pressing it above my head, like
There's like start murmurs in the crowd.
Can I look around for like a heavy-looking barrel?
Roll investigate. Roll a perception.
First roll.
Ooh, no pressure.
Deary me, that's a lot of pressure. First roll.
First roll of the campaign.
That's a 16 for a dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
I'm looking for one that looks heavy but is empty.
Yeah, you look around, you see what you think might have just been an empty water barrel.
Yeah.
To one of the sides, yeah, 100%.
Sprint over to it and I just try and like lift it up like onto my shoulder, try and like do some.
No. I mean, it's strength within Russell. I'm sure he's going to handle this. Fine, roll a strength check.
He's going to roll it back now.
That one.
Oh, that's 15.
Yeah, sounds.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he just kind of like lifts it up onto one shoulder. There's a couple of like moves around, like rows it over the other shoulder. So it's just like lifting it over his head, doing like back rows.
No problem at all.
As all the crowd are looking at Russell, I want them to come back to it. So, you've seen a physical specimen, hungry for 3 days. Usually 2 chickens, a dozen eggs to fill him up. And now
2 dozen.
he runs 2 dozen eggs to fill him up. And now he runs laps like an Olympian, strong like an ox, fearless like a wolf. Look how he holds a bucket full of water that could feed a thirst of 100 people. Like it was a feather on his shoulder. What was that, young man? How much for your safety? How much for your future? Well, for 4 boxes which contain 16 biscuits, I'm asking for 7 silver. 7 silver for your family's safety, for your ability to weather any storm. 7 silver for a box of 6. What say you?
So as
Russell will be first in line.
So as the clouds start gathering, you have a few different businesses. From somewhere towards the back, a hearty laugh is heard. Ha! Heads turned at the edge, walking away from the commotion in a calm, deliberate pace. Is a dwarf. Borin. As the others glance your way, drawn by your loud, overbearing laughter, please do describe yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, the big laugh that comes out, you'll see a small dwarf, about 3.5 foot. He's a little bit smaller than what most dwarfs actually are. He's a bit stocky as well. I've got, make sure I'm saying I.
Oh, you don't want to be forgetting
Ah, yeah.
that one.
Didn't want to be doing that now, do I?
No.
So,
He would do stuff.
so I've got a black, greyish, combed over hair to the side, with a long beard down here. But you see a little bit of greyness inside. Now, I'm not just sure if it's because of the travel, because it's a long trip here. It's a long trip, and I might have bags underneath my eyes. Now, I've got a big cut across my nose, which looks more like a long in-depth scar that's been there for a long period of time. Very noticeable. His eyes are a very dark brown colour, with like a cloak that goes over, more like a dark greyish colour that goes around the back. He also has a white tunic on, which is made of linen. His pants is wool hose pants, black leather pants. Now the bag that he has over his right hand side doesn't look like a normal adventuring bag. What it actually looks like is more like a gym bag, and it's just got like a buttoned across the middle black bag that he keeps over his right hand side. But it's mainly you can see he's a very well kept dwarf. He's quite muscly, but you can see the age on him. He's had a lot of hard paper rounds. He doesn't look smooth. And I'll start heading over.
Yes, as you kind of walk away from the commotion, you see a young woman seated quietly by the railing, something small and delicate cradle in her hands. There as this friendly dwarf starts to walk over and approach you, can you describe yourself? What does he see?
Yeah, so I'm wearing this long green dress, green like the colour of the leaves in a forest, not dark but not too light, just the perfect amount of green. Long sleeves, but that end in wraps that look a bit used and a bit worn, but still look really sturdy. And up her arms, she has. I have vines. I have vines in that end, and a nice little lace tie. So the dress goes right down to the bottom, but that rises a bit in the front, so you can see my boots and my wraps that are like a dark soil brown. On her waist is a brown leather corset, but over the top is a belt, and on the belt you see a sickle, and then on the other side is just some rope. But also, just next to her sickle is a little pouch. And her face, she's got these piercing green eyes, beautiful green eyes. And I have this gorgeous amount of hair that's all wrapped and plaited in a long side plait that just lays on my shoulder. And I've got little random leaves, like vine leaves, entwined in my plait. Now you can see that my plait was done perfectly, but it looks a bit ragged and a bit unkept, more not because she's unkept, but she just looks like she's been a bit windswept. And she's not looking too well on this ship. She's not looking the healthiest. Her cheeks are a bit more flushed, and she's not dealing with it.
Okay, so Bowen, as you see this young, red-haired, a little bit poorly looking lady sitting there towards the sides of the boat.
Hello, young'un. You look as pale as a ghost. You alright?
Yes.
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry, rudeness over there. You hear all that bollocks that's going on over there?
I'm not really bothering myself with it, to be honest.
Ah, you didn't look the best, like, I'll be honest. Look, my name's Bon. What's yourself? What's your name?
Have you hurt yourself? What have you got? Have you?
Oh, sorry. These old things. I needed to get them a bit tidied up before, you know. I was just digging a couple of punching in the background. Says, I was hearing this guy chatting an absolute load of border dash. And I just thought, do you know what I'd do? I'd get a couple of punches on the shipwreck. And then what I'll ask... Oh, you all right?
Carry on.
Yeah, okay. And then what I'll do is I'll punch it a couple of bit times. Mind, he did look like he was selling some. I might actually go and get one of them biscuits. Anyways, sorry. But yeah, just raps. I just like to punch things, and I'm a boxer, you see.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you heading?
Oh, me. I'm
Yeah.
in Veylstrand, me. So it's just a little bit further down in the next couple of stops. That's all about yourself there, love.
Just I'm meeting up with someone. Yeah.
All right. Look,
Who-
got
Why
some
are you
advice for-
talking to me? I don't. I'm just sat here all alone. Sorry,
I'm-
I'm not.
no,
I
I
don't mean to be
understand.
rude.
Look. Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hey.
And, I feel a bit sick.
hey,
I am sorry.
hey. Didn't worry about that, love. All right? Honestly. Look, I just seen you over there, and I thought, you know what, right? You didn't look too well, all right? And a wise man once told me, right? If you look at the horizon, right? Look, stand up. Oh, yeah.
As she stands up, she just vomits off the side of the ship, and she just
Sorry, didn't worry, love.
she's plummeted.
It's fine. It's fine. We've all been sick before.
She goes. She's fucking red.
You feel better now? It's out. Better out than in. I always say.
Yeah. Do you know what? I never thought that I'd say this to a stranger, but keep talking. It's
All right,
helping.
well, I will. Hey, honestly, my father once said to me, I could honestly keep going on and on and on in regards to talking. So if it's making you feel better, love, I'll just keep chatting a load of border dash. So, like I said, a wise man once told me, right, if you look out at the horizon at the farthest point, right, what you'll do is, and you focus on a certain area. You see, look, come here, come closer. You see that? Just there, focus on that as we're moving. You should be ground, man. Alright? But
Yeah.
didn't be sick on me, though.
Oh, that promise.
So as a gust of wind and picks up across, burning the both of your faces, you're sitting there looking out across the horizon, trying to focus on a bit to make yourself less seasick. You hear fast-paced footsteps run behind you as you quickly turn around. A dash of purple flies past. And Violet, as loose pages tear from your book and scatter near, and you run after them. Please describe what everybody sees.
So, as Violet dashes past you, you see just a blur of purple and a swish of gold and navy blue. She's about 5'10". She is a purple tiefling. So, as she dashes by, the first thing that your eye catches is a blur of violet colour hair, and the last thing that your eye catches is a whip of a pointed tail as she scrabbles about on the deck trying to pick up her fallen notes. She's quite a young tiefling, so what you see is little horns that peek out through her hair, but they don't get very far. They're only about a couple of inches long. And then, as you see her clothes, you realise she's actually a Star Scholar of the Infinite Library, because that's their sort of uniform, as it were. It's all navy blue with gold detailing of constellations and stars. Her ears are rather large and pointed, and just absolutely covered in silver earrings, which also reflect a sort of a star theme. her skin tone is quite light. She's very pale, sort of lavender colour, which contrasts quite starkly with her bright violet hair. And as she's sort of scrabbling about on the deck, she looks up at you and, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And as she looks at you, you notice these gorgeous violet eyes that match exactly the colour of her hair. She does have glasses, but they're sort of perched on her head, kind of falling off slightly, and they're sort of hooked on one of her horns to keep them sort of near, in the right place. She also has gorgeous long hair, which I think you would probably notice, as it's plaited back in much the same way as Thea's. And finally, the sort of last thing you notice about her is the satchel that is slung across her body to one side, and the crossbow that is slung across her back to the other side. So she's got these sort of crossed leather straps in a sort of brown colour. And each of those is absolutely covered in magical runes. She looks like a very magical sort of person. And a very flustered sort of person. Oh my god!
There's another gust just kind of picks the last one, and you run, you chase, you bump into a very tall figure.
Oh, I'm so sorry!
Gwyndon, as you collide squarely with Violet, as you both reach for the same piece of paper, you straighten yourself and your eyes meet this young tiefling now standing beside you. Please describe yourself.
So, what you see is a very tall elf with robes, blue outlined robes with details of white going across, almost like just like waves looking. On the back, you can kind of see again swirls of silver wrapping around my body, looking very astute and tall. When you meet my gaze, you see two different color eyes, one silver and one blue. You also notice his chin. It is a very distinct looking chin, very clean shaven, very sharp features. You see my ears. They are very elfin ears, of course, but they are quite pointy out. So rather than going back like antenna, it goes out a bit, more like Dumbo, if you wanted to do that. On his neck, you see a necklace coming down, showing two moons, almost reflecting his eyes, one silver, one blue. And it's very tall. It's about 6'4" in terms of my height. Very skinny, very skinny. Not as big and as the guy Russell. A lot more skinnier. But not frail looking. Just very. Not frail. I'm still tall. Just very skinny. Very skinny.
Can I ask how I spell your name?
Gwyndon, yes. Gwyn.
GWYN DDON.
Yes.
Gwyndon. Okay, thank you.
So as Gwyndon, you hands on a piece of paper pass across to Violet.
Are you okay? You're very erratic today.
I'm so sorry. Just the wind. I'm not used to the box outside. Here, thank you. And then she takes it and slides it into the bag.
You won't want to lose your papers.
No. Oh.
It's very.
Hi.
Hello. I love your attire.
Oh,
Are you
thank
a
you.
child of Elenath or not?
Oh no, not Elenath. I'm a star scholar of the Infinite Library. We worship the Starseer.
The Starseer. I very much like it.
Thank you.
So, why are you running around catching your papers? Why are they so loose?
Well, do you see the notes that were in my book?
Yes.
They are part of the book, so they've sort of just blown away. I like to make my own little. Sometimes I come up with ideas.
Impromptu.
And yes, you're very tall.
I am very tall. But matter of perspective, I'd say you're small. I've definitely seen people
No,
taller.
she's not that small for a woman. She's 5'10". I should have said. But in comparison to 6'4".
I stand quite archback as well, so I look taller than I actually am. But yes, I am pretty tall. Thank you for noticing.
So you're very sort of well put together.
Yes.
Maybe you could give me a lesson.
Well, certainly.
You seem very, masterful
Yes.
and calm, and I'm really rather anything but that. So.
It's okay. We are all different people under the moons.
True.
I am calm. You seem very, very bubbly. That's what I would say. Bubbly. It's a good energy.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry, I didn't
you too.
actually catch your name.
I'm called Violet.
Hi, Violet. I am Gwendon.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
My first friend
Yes.
on this journey. I have other friends.
No, it's fine. I like making new friends.
Good. That's good.
You
My
are-
first friend.
You are my
on
first friend I've met
the
on the ship.
River Warden. Yes, on the River Warden. My first friend.
Yes.
Excellent. Where are you heading?
I am heading to find an obelisk in these lands.
An obelisk.
Yes. An obelisk of my order.
Oh, that sounds so intriguing.
It
Where
very
is it?
intriguing. It is around here. I cannot tell you the secrets right now.
Oh.
It's sacred.
It's a secret.
It is very sacred.
I'm sorry. I'm very good with secrets. If you tell me any secrets, I would just keep them for you.
Well, I'm glad, but these
No,
are-
I understand.
These are secrets of my
Obviously,
order. I can't
yes,
just,
we don't know
We
each
are
other
friends,
very well.
But okay, we are friends
Yes. Of course. I've just
two
met you.
moments, you know?
Yes, indeed. It makes yes, total sense. Well, are you going as far as River's Edge?
Honestly, cannot say.
What is it? Just a feeling that you go on? Like, oh, I think it might be over
It's
there.
a bit like, feeling, yes, and that's the energy.
Oh. Oh well, I hope you go
But
as
that-
far
it's
as River's
more-
Edge
it's
because
more
that's where I'm getting off.
Whatever is that? Well, I'm going down there.
Okay.
On
Well,
the
we
way.
can be friends for as long as you're on the ship.
So if we leave the ship, you're not going to be my friend?
Well, it's a secret. I assume I'm not allowed to come.
Well, you can sure come. I just can't tell you.
All right.
I can show you.
That would require an awful lot of trust on my part. You can come with me, but I'm
Well-
not telling you where we're going.
If you are interested in the stars, which you have told me you are,
Oh yes.
you might
Very much so.
You very much would want to see it.
Oh, that is
But
rather
there's
intriguing.
voices and ears
I really rather do have to go and see my friend. So,
I thought I was your friend.
well, yes, but like I say, I have others.
Okay.
Um,
I would like to meet your friend.
you could come and meet her, and then we could go to the obelisk.
Yes, certainly.
That sounds like a plan.
as the morning calm of the River Warden brush over Violet and Gwendon sitting there frying each other in different elements of their lives. The River Warden plods on slowly down the river. The hum of travel continues, occasional ropes creaking, slapping against gentle wood, quiet footsteps, kind of mutter with idle talk and bits and pieces like this. When a sound breaks the rhythm,
Am I still selling my biscuits?
you might have done quite well on your biscuits and
That
your
sounds like a
intelligence.
Thea throws up one more time. And I don't think Bora notices. I'm just talking.
Just still talking. I tell you. Do you know why I said the wise
I
one?
knew. I said that
Are we
when we
quite
were on the
close to
boat.
them?
Yeah.
Can we overhear this one?
What'd you say?
Over
Well,
here,
I said the
who's
wise man
I
once
had
told me about the
vomit
horizon
in
that
that
James
time.
told us when I
Yeah, I
felt
think you're all on the kind
Sorry,
of the
I said
top decks, and there'd be a lot going.
Sick.
Whether you'd be able to pinpoint and directly pin out, I suppose, in the midst of conversation that you're in, probably wouldn't notice. You've got the crowd. You've got the crowd behind, with Gilbert selling his wares and so on and so
That is
forth.
me.
I think you've probably made a few a few sales. Have you got something else to do?
Just I was doing my deal, so I was like, can I continue? Is that okay? So, what I'm asking for, special price, only until the sun goes down today. 1 box, 4 biscuits, 6 boxes, 7 silver. Buy 1, get 1 free. 72 biscuits for 12 silver. Guaranteed to survive the end of the world. Now, who's after? 12 silver,
Yes.
72. You, sir, of course you do.
I've tried them, they're incredible, and now I want some more.
And you, over there, lady, being sick over the side, did you know that biscuits can really calm your stomach if you have them in sufficient quantities?
You just see her bent over going, "Ugh."
Another sale, yes! And you, sir, with your rather dashing good looks, I feel a biscuit might help. Would you like a bite of my biscuit?
I would love a bite of your.
Another sale! Ah! So
What
I'm
did you say it was? 7
I'm
silver?
throwing boxes out to the crowd,
Yeah.
and I'm signalling to Russell, who's going around collecting the money.
Russell's
from the
acting a bit
people.
like a mental patient, like he just keeps muttering under his breath, like, "Oh, I'm like straight for 5 oxes now, man. I could eat 3 chickens.
I've
Three
always wanted
chickens."
to be
He's just
strong.
like muttering, like,
Yeah.
I've never been strong.
So as the buzz and the hype kind of piles and ferries around the river warden.
Do you want to know how many boxes
Was
I've
it
sold?
was it seven silver? 7 homes?
7 silver for 3 boxes.
And there's 4 in each box.
See,
You sold 9 boxes.
9 boxes.
Oh,
Nice.
So I can have this box. Can I have this box then?
So you have a box of biscuits.
As everything
So
calms.
basically, they're just so that they know the
Yeah, yeah.
biscuits.
I've got any nutritional value at all.
They're not like. I mean, they have got sugar in it. They are oats, so they're going to give you some calorie
It's like a
intake.
daily ration.
It's
isn't
like,
it?
yeah, I would say maybe 2 biscuits is 1 ration.
Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
that's so 2 biscuits would be the equivalent of eating a ration. Do you know
Will
what I
it
mean?
give you anything?
Say again?
Will it give you
Just be
anything?
food.
But I was
It would just be for food.
Ah,
for
okay.
food. So
I'll eat one right now.
yeah, fine. So
They're not magical
you
items.
get your bits and pieces, but they're not. They are just oats and
you grow
sugar.
wings.
Can I need to have a little chin wag with Russell after we've done our sales. Is that okay? So, come, follow me, dear lad. Don't let
Right,
anyone
of
see
course.
us. Can we go somewhere private?
Yeah, you kind of just go towards the one side. But I mean, it's an open thing, but you're in more stummed voices.
so just like walks or just tries to like crouch behind a barrel or something.
I have to say,
Alright.
your performance
It's good, wasn't it?
inspiring, dear lad.
Yep.
What are you doing for the next 3 months? Because these biscuits are going on tour with me.
Well, unfortunately, my friend, I'm busy. I'm going down to Ironmouth.
Oh. Okay,
Yep.
well, look, a good partnership, and I would like to give you 3 silver for your amazing performance. I know,
And a box of biscuits.
of course. Have 2!
Brilliant.
Ha!
You're so kind. What was your name again?
Well, it's on the biscuits, dear lad. Gilbert's Best Biscuits.
Oh, that's how you spell Gilbert.
Just think about, take a bite of my biscuit and
Take
think
a
of
bite
Gilbert.
my biscuit. Yeah, they were pretty horrible, by the way.
They were quite, aren't they?
Yeah.
I managed to secure them from a naval captain who was going bankrupt. He had a
Oh,
whole
what was his name?
stash.
I might know.
I wouldn't really. I can't remember his name. Let me think quickly.
Yeah, I probably
Robinson.
don't know. It's fine.
Captain Tallbeard.
Yeah, I know that fella actually.
Yes, of course you
Yeah,
do.
we're brothers.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just made that name up, so okay, goodbye.
Well, that's I feel a bit light. I mean, my captain, he is a Navy guy called Captain Tall something.
Okay, look, between me and you, I didn't actually buy them from a captain. I bought them from a warehouse that was going bankrupt. The
Right.
district of Aether's Reach.
Oh, I worked there once.
I got a very good price on them. I was sure they were in date and kept in the most hygienic conditions. I did think they were
Yeah.
chocolate chip until I realised it was rat poo, but I threw those boxes away. They're gone. This is just the premium ones that are at the top peak so the rats didn't
Can I
get
just
to.
inspect the biscuits I've been given? I want to see if there's any chocolate chips.
Roll an investigation check.
11.
No, You're unsure when it breaks if it's crumbs or something else. You're not entirely. There's like a little, like kind of as it snaps. You're not entirely sure on what.
You just watch as like the 2 boxes you gave him. He just kind of like throws them over the side.
As a
of the
member of
boat.
the ITG, I
As
could
soon
never
as
sell
they hit
anything.
the water, they just disintegrate into nothing. Like,
Duty bound, I could never sell anything to harm anyone.
Yes, of course.
The great art of
Yeah.
sale is in the salesmanship. Would you like me to tell you how to sell?
I would actually, yes. I mean, I've done it for a long time in my life. I
So-
actually I ran a stall.
I go by the motto: sell. You ready? S. Smile. it develops trust, rapport. E. Energy, enthusiasm, ready to rile the crowd up. L. Leads. Develop leads. Develop opportunities. Leads. And the last L, especially one for you, did that. Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Loyalty to your customers, loyalty to the product, and loyalty to the RTG. Hail the Empire!
Hail the Empire.
Yes!
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, until
I
we
love the
meet
Empire.
again, it was a
love the
pleasure to meet you.
Definitely, Gilbert.
And I kind of give him a really good professional handshake.
He kind of pulls you in a bit.
Oh,
Gives you a handshake.
You are strong as an oxen.
Yeah, well, it wasn't your biscuits.
Well, I don't think they distracted from your strength, but
I mean, we'll see, I guess. But it was nice dealing with you, Gilbert. I mean, if you've got any more things that you'd like to sell, I mean, I'm your man whilst I'm on this ship.
I'll keep you in mind.
Where are
Good
you
lad.
getting off?
Well, I don't know. It depends on where the wind takes me.
Ah, right, okay. And how long the stocks last?
Of course, hopefully I can sell them all here. I've got another business venture that I'm keeping quite
Oh,
close
yeah.
to my chest.
Well, I mean, if I'm still around, I'll help you.
Thank you. Good, and good day to you.
Good day, Gilbert.
and as
What a
the
fucking
people of the and as the people of the River Warden go around their business, the morning is interrupted by a sound. A low, distant horn. One short note. Some of the passengers glance up. The crew immediately start to go tense. At the front of the boat, the captain straightens from the helm. He raises his hands to block out the sun. He squints ahead at the shimmering light. You can see it too. It's a long, small craft, long, narrow, cutting through the river's path. Crimson gold bangers hang from the pole and at its stern, fluttering in the breeze. Imperials. Falston mutters. He calls his deckhands, his voice calm but clipped. Slow her down, bring her alongside the bank. Passengers start to murmur. One of the merchants tightens his grip on his satchel. Deckhand jogs below deck to check. Someone near the bow behind you lets out a low groan. Oh, fuck, here we go.
New customers.
Patrol boat approaches.
Sorry.
You can see 4 figures in imperial livery, armoured and still, standing like statues. They don't wave, they don't shout, they just watch. The ferry creaks as it begins to drift slowly towards the riverbank. The rope is tossed. The imperial craft moves in with surgical precision, bumping gently alongside the water. Then boots on wood, slow and deliberate. 4 imperial guards step aboard the ferry, each wearing polished half-plate marked with the sigil of the Crimson Legion, tabards as stiff, their face unreadable. One of them carries a rolled scroll. The other grips a heavy flanged mace at his belt. The leads officer's voice is sharp and clear. This vessel is now under the inspection of Imperial control. All passengers are to remain on deck. Crew is to stand aside. We will ask the questions here. Is that understood? The men make way. The crew are led up towards the main deck. Tension spreads across the ferry like oil on water. The soldiers begin to move, not rushing, but taking the time. One checks manifests. Others start going through crates. Third walks the length of the deck, eyes scanning Each and every person. All of you. The lead guard stops near a sack of sealed crates towards the back. These are not declared. Captain Falston frowns.
Oh, no. I picked them up last minute from the fork station, you see there. There's no paperwork, sir, but there's nothing illegal. You know, it's nothing illegal there.
You think that's your call to make? He smashes one of the seals off with the flat side of his gauntlet. Inside were packly tacked skin, or oil skin wrapped bundles. One of them teared slightly that reveals a dull glint of metal weapons. That's when they break. 3 hooded figures, fast. One shoves one of the guards. Get up! And runs straight up towards the main railing. The other charges through a group of passengers, knocking one to the ground. The third bolts upstairs. Bolts down the stairs towards the cargo hold. Shouts erupt everywhere. One of the guards yells, "Stop! Get on the ground!" A woman screams. The merchant dives behind crates. You can see one of the smugglers tackled hard by a younger soldier. Another's caught mid-jump and dragged to the deck in a tangle of cloak and limbs. But the third, a massive man, hood thrown back, revealing a shaved head and a jagged scar down one side of his jaw, climbs to the top of the railings. "You're not taking me alive! I'm not fucking going back!" And he jumps. A wild leap. A desperate arc towards the small Imperial skiff. Still tied to the side of the boat. Crack! You hear it before you see it. The sound of boat breaking and something far worse. The groan of wood splintered beneath his weight. He lands hard. Both legs buckle and snap underneath him, smashing straight through the hull of the thin Imperial patrol boat. The bolt buckles, taken in water. The big man roars in pain. The guards freeze for a moment, caught between trying to chase the remaining smugglers and stabilise their sinking boat. But crossbows, appalled, and pointed at the men, with the larger one slowly being brought onto the main boat. You hear the main officer curse, "Fuck! Have you another boat?" He turns to Captain Foster. "One that can carry me and my men downriver." Falson, gripping the helm, one hand, gives a tight nod.
Aye, a rowboat. Fixes maybe 5 or 6, no more.
The officer grimaces.
6? Fuck, that's not enough. Damn, we'll need to send someone ahead for Lieutenant Vane. We need reinforcements now. The Empire needs your crew.
Falson doesn't flinch.
No. I'm understaffed as it is, mate. You're not with one of my hands. Not on any uncharted territories.
The 2 men lock eyes, the tension sharp. The officer gazes shift from the captain to the passengers. He scans the deck, eyes narrow. You!
Hi.
Step forward.
Is it paid work?
You're a big man.
Yeah.
Member of the ITG. Step forward.
At your service?
You 2. Step forward. You! Woman, man, step forward. Calls out to the 6 of you. You have all now given your service to the Empire by decree of Emperor Kalen. Get to the outpost downstream immediately. It's a customs station. It's impossible for you to miss.
How many men are at this station?
You only need to bring 1. He flicks you a coin. It's an Imperial medallion. Do not lose that. Go and see Lieutenant Orrin Vane.
Orrin Vane.
Excuse me, mate.
I'm not going anywhere.
You will or you'll be detained by the Empire. Put cuffs on her.
I've got places to be, Paul.
Do you wish to be detained or do you wish to help your Empire?
I would probably come along, guys. It's not really
A man walks behind you and starts to put your arms behind you.
I don't think there's any need for that.
Help me, help!
Leave her. Are you going?
Look, we'll go.
Yeah.
Thank
Get your man off a lass. You didn't touch women.
Leave her, Private.
Yes, I'll come.
Thank you. You're all instructed, as you should do for your Empire. This is troubled times. You can see the distress that we have. We need reinforcements brought back now. Do your part, due diligence. Good citizens of the Empire.
Small question. How many men are at the outpost? I'm just thinking about how many biscuits to bring.
Don't bring any biscuits. Take your wares. You're not now a merchant. You're an emissary.
No.
Take that medallion. Do not lose it. Go and get Oren Vane and bring him back here immediately. Do I make myself clear?
We
No,
have
no
places to be.
biscuits.
What is
Yes,
this?
sir.
No biscuits.
This ferry is now detained by the Empire. If you wish to be detained alongside it, so be it. If you wish to aid me, I will owe you one. Please, take the boat. He starts kind of
Okay.
gestures down to the captain.
I
He starts
don't
to
think we've
lower
much choice.
this
I don't
rowing
want to
boat
get
into the
arrested.
thing.
Just quickly, mate, before I go, can you let somebody know at Veylstrand? That I've got a fight scheduled,
In
mate.
Fordstead, yes.
Yes, mate, I've got a fight scheduled, mate, in about 4 days or so for the UEF, mate.
That's fine. It's only a couple of hours downstream. You shouldn't be long. Go and get the captain and bring him back to us. I can't. I need to maintain and seize my
Mate, I
men.
can't miss that fight, mind.
You won't, sir.
Or in vain.
What does he look like?
He's the lieutenant of the station. He's a half elf. He's a nice man, mid-40s.
Right. Just didn't notice if there was any
Who was it, sorry?
distinguishable
Who-
features.
who-
Oren Vane. Lieutenant Oren Vane. No. It's a
Imagine
very
if we
small.
asked
It's a
him.
very small
Oh,
custom
mate,
station.
my brother.
This is all a bit above
It's
my
a
head.
very small custom station.
Okay.
It's impossible to miss. It's
2 hours.
Further, yes, two hours or so down the river.
I can spare 2 hours.
There's a large watchtower, an old abandoned watchtower. It's literally further around the bend from there. If you would get him, show him, explain the situation, bring him back, that would be greatly appreciated.
And
I
that's
need
it.
to detain the
Nima.
situation.
Nima, that's it.
Your service is respected. It's required, dwarf.
No, I... Oh.
Are you
Hey.
not a citizen of this empire?
Hey.
His hand kind of goes towards his sword.
No, no need for that. Need for that. I'm just saying, is that all that we're doing? Or is there anything else that you want us to do?
At this time, that is all, dwarf.
I think we should all get going now before tempers spill over. And Russell, would you like to
Don't
captain
really
the
want to
ship?
be here anymore.
Yes, of course. I give the soldier a deep,
Rowing boat in it.
deep bow. And I kind of like flourish towards him. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Lieutenant. Sir, Captain, what are you?
Officer,
Officer, yes, of course, in the outfit. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
no problem.
We won't do you a disservice.
What is your
What is
name?
your name, actually?
What is your name?
Not so-
Too many questions, guys. Just let's come on. Let's get to
So
the
we
ship.
know who sent
And
us.
then we
What's,
need to tell
what's your name?
the lieutenant. who is-
Kadish.
Kadish. It's a nice name, Kadish.
I tried to tell him, Kadish, but I mean,
Thank you.
I'll get him in line. Don't
A
worry.
word, please. And he kind of points over to Gilbert, kind of takes your. Now,
Now, before you start, officer.
be quiet, old man.
Well, how rude.
Be quiet, old man. You are a member of the ITG,
I am.
so you are respected and trusted to this Empire Canaan.
Well, of course.
These are troubled times, sir.
I know, I've been selling wares to prepare the populace.
Good. Make sure that this is done. I will hold you accountable if this mission fails.
Accountable?
Accountable. On your head be it.
On
Move.
my head be it.
Do you need anything from me before you depart?
No, Kadish. Have a great day.
Time to go then. And he kind of, like, smuggy and pricky is out. Time to go then. And kind of taps you on the shoulder. Move out the way.
Can I,
Now, men! And he kind of starts going, go through all of the barrels, get them out and bring them back. So they start kind of going through other bits and pieces.
Can I have grabbed some boxes of biscuits whilst he was having that conversation?
Roll a, like,
Because I
Nick.
gave him a hand signal to, like, take
Oh,
some
right, okay,
biscuits.
okay, yeah.
Just to put on
Oh,
the-
yeah,
Just
okay.
grab like just a.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Ten.
10. You managed to get. You managed to get 3 boxes of biscuits.
Lovely.
As you do that, Thea wipes her face and she's got sick on her mouth. I sort of like flicks it on your shoes, but like not
shoes.
not obviously, no, his shoes, but not obviously, just by mistake.
So what you're doing? You're flicking sick on the Emperor's shoes, on the Imperial
Because he
Guard's
wasn't very
Kadish.
nice. Not on purpose. It might have hit your shoe by an accident. I didn't mean to though.
She's just wiping her
Can I
mouth.
like barrel past her as she's doing that so it misses?
No, I would say he's probably moved off quick. Roll a go on, sorry.
I just would like to just... Can we have a little bit of a team meeting here?
Yeah,
everybody?
the officers now kind of departed. You're in your own section. He's now given orders to go down to the cargo hold. the only person that's kind of still lingering around is the captain. There's
So-
Faust.
Team.
Should we get on the boat
Are we
before
a
we?
team?
Well, I've
The boat's just kind of still being taken down and lowered
I don't
and
even
stuff.
know you.
you've been. Sorry.
You know the sigil? What does their sigil look like from their ship?
The it's like the Imperial sigil, so you know, like that. Yeah.
I don't know for a second. Just
Team.
So Gilbert's trying to have a huddle.
Russell, if you can prepare the boat,
Mm-hmm.
you have the cargo.
I do indeed.
Excellent. Load it up. So, I had a very heart-to-heart with Officer Kaddish, and he was very, very nice to me. And basically, he said that if we fail or I fail, he's going to cut my head off. So, what we need to do is, I've lived to my ripe old age of 57, by following orders and making sure that I am not caught on guard. So, may I kindly get everybody to hold hands, and we'll move as one, and Russell will captain the boat, and we'll get reinforcements, and we'll be back on our way after I've sold a few biscuits. Is that okay with everyone?
Thea crosses her arms. And
He threatened to cut off your head.
Yes.
And the rest.
Small detail, dear. I think we should get on the boat first, and then we
Small,
can worry about
small detail. The head chopping. Small, tiny.
The water, the boat's now
Very intense.
rested into the water. It's flowing down and ready to go.
That is our cue to go, guys!
Russell just like
Tell
lashes
you
a
what,
rope
like-
around the edge, drops it down,
I
and
tell you
just
what, I'll do,
hops
but I've
over.
got any loyalty to the Empire, like.
That's fine. It's not your head on the bucket.
Well, exactly.
Can we just go? And I'm kind of gently pushing people towards.
Yeah.
Can you mind shoving me, please?
Sorry, good sir, I don't want to.
yeah, Thea's sickness
Touch
hasn't gone away.
Sorry?
Thea's sickness hasn't gone away. She's not being sick, but she's not feeling brilliant, so maybe don't.
That's fine. I wouldn't push you, dear. Just
It's just like ushering everybody
Come on,
forward.
chop chop.
Yeah, yeah.
like a man who's trying to get chickens into a coop. Just
As you're ushering, Violet just calls, midnight, midnight, and from the
darling, it's afternoon.
and as you say that, an owl swoops from
Good
the
Lord!
rigging, comes from the rigging and just like
is
swoops in front of your face and lands on Violet's shoulder. Oh, midnight, my familiar.
Oh,
Is this your
midnight!
friend?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Is this the friend you was talking about?
one of them. Yes,
One of them.
absolutely. Yes,
Marvelous.
Maybe we should get in the boat now.
yes.
So as you all slowly start to get into the bowl, Faustin kind of comes over and hands you a couple of big oars, so that you.
I'm not rowing, I'm the captain.
He's,
Right,
Wait, he passes.
You can row.
I am. This will take so much longer if I.
Dwarves are strong, aren't they? You can row,
Look,
dwarf.
yes, look. Just tell me what to do. I know what
Yeah,
to do in here.
I
Right?
will
Just
do
tell
that.
us what to do, right? And I just want to get back to do what I.
Yeah, well,
back
if
to what I
you
do.
listen to
Best
me, we'll
man.
get back quickly, don't you?
I'll
worry about
walk.
that. Gilbert,
Give us a bloody thing.
I mean,
I
it's
am
you
a
or this.
rather
this
old man to be rowing, but
How old are you like me at sorry?
I've seen many years and many
Well-
winters.
How old are you, Paul?
I'm 57.
Like me, and I'm 250, so shut up.
I suppose I could row a little bit, just for the first half.
yeah, just yeah. So you sit here, and you. What was your name, dwarf?
What?
Yeah, your name. What do I call
Bowen,
it?
mate.
I mean, I
Bowen.
could call it dwarf.
They call us dwarf.
All right,
Call us
Boren.
Bowen, Paul.
You sit there. You
Hello.
grab that oar.
Cheers, mate.
Gilbert, you sit there. You grab that oar, and I'll watch the
Boring.
biscuits, and I'll tell you what
Bowen.
to do. Yeah?
Boring.
Boring, darling.
Is this how you have all been? Is this like the crop in the Empire? Like,
Yeah.
is it? This is how you get brought up. You start, you just start
Yeah.
slating people straight away. I've only just
Yeah,
met
pretty
this.
much.
I'm
Your
not from the
attitudes
Empire.
fucking stink.
Yeah.
All he is.
Where are you from, buddy?
I don't believe I said anything to you.
I don't believe I am either.
Yes, you have.
What did I
He's
say?
the
What did
captain.
you say?
this
Your
thing.
name was
Oh,
Boris.
exactly.
Yeah, he's just standing.
Fucking dwarf.
I think he said
honestly.
boring.
Boring.
What is your name?
Your name is Boring.
You let this guy on the ship.
Boring.
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 Stink.
Where,
A lot of yous.
Channel that anger
Where do
into
you
that
hail
I
oar,
will.
and let's go.
Well, Falston kind of leads down
I'm gonna.
to you because obviously you've been on the boat for quite a while. Don't
Right, mate.
don't stand out too much there, right? Don't. I know that you're not overly fast on you.
Oh, I mean, I just lost me. I apologise. Look, I apologise. I just lost my temper. I didn't like how
the
they're giving us.
You know, the Empire on these waters now at the moment are highly tense. Don't do anything to piss them off,
See
right?
that.
Don't give them a fucking reason.
Veylstrand, I will be demanding a partial refund for this journey. We have lost many, many biscuit sales because of this interruption. You promised me a safe journey.
I did. And I will be taking a percentage of your sales that you did on my deck. Don't worry about that. But we have that
Let's
conversation
not
when we get back.
quarrel over too much discount of tickets. We'll just get there in the end, I'm sure.
And he kind of puts the foot on the boat, and as he kind of just pushes it,
We'll have that conversation
So-
when we get back. Shall we? And he just kind of pushes it out.
What order are we in for the people that are rowing? So I know who's
yeah.
sat next to us.
Am I rowing? I don't know if I should row. Really.
It's only a little boat,
It's
right?
only
so
a very
it's like
small boat. So
three
there's
seats.
yeah.
So how
three
many rowers
positions.
is there?
There's
Maybe like
6
my
seats in
strength
it,
is on that.
so you're all going to be.
We're all going to be rowing.
You're all going to be basically,
This
or at
boat's-
least 2 of you is going to be rowing in the middle.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
rowing.
Russell stood at the back with his kind of anchor and like a leg up on one of the seats.
You are
just-
literally holding an anchor. Why
Huh?
are you not rowing?
Well, because I've got to tell you what to do. I'm the captain. That's what we do.
Look at my arms.
Mate, have you seen the size yet?
Yeah, I have actually. I'm quite an impressive.
Is the
person.
boat
Yes,
like
boy.
halfway out
We've
of the
got-
sea?
We've got 2 young lasses here, mate. We can't expect them to date.
No, that's why I
And
haven't
an
asked
old
them.
man.
And an old man.
Oh,
Yeah.
very old.
Could you not just throw us there?
I mean, if you want, can you swim?
Yes, I can.
Our pal, jump in the back
I
with
will
me.
throw you if you want me
Wait,
to.
Paul.
Our pal, jump in the back with me. Our
Is-
young'un.
Is this boat smaller? It's a rowing boat.
Well,
It's going to be a lot more. Well,
Someone's got to stand at the back and look important, and I mean,
Oh, I can do that. I have lovely robes. I look ever so important,
she's got
don't
an
you think?
owl. She should be able to do that.
yeah, you do look quite fancy. All right then. Yeah.
I'll
Have you got any flags or anything? You
I'm
can,
going to begin the
Um,
rowing.
any Empire sigils? Just
Well,
so we don't get attacked
Well,
by
I could.
ruthless bandits or pirates or any.
Not so much a empire thing, but I could always like cast sparks, or
Oh
I
yeah,
could.
that's great actually. I mean,
Thea just does that, and
morale.
there's a flame in her
It is good
hand,
for
and she
morale,
just
yes.
holds it up.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
also good. Watch.
Yes.
And then, so she's really excited now because she's seen that you're also a magic caster. So your flame is now just encircled by a lovely glittering circle of purple sparkles.
I reckon sparks and fire are the best
It's
way
beautiful.
to make people think that
Are
we're
we
a
going
nice.
to the body?
Swear.
Body?
So
We could
I'm
travel.
loving what you're doing, girls. Honestly, loving it. Should we start? And then you can show us some of your tricks when we're starting to walk, because I'm intrigued.
My head is likely to be in a bucket if we don't get a move on. So,
I'm
on
going
a
to
scale of
start
three,
going with Gilbert.
rowers, let's go. Me.
Gwendon. Is
Yep.
it? Who's
Yes,
going
my
with
name
me?
is Gundi. I'm
That's what I'm saying.
rowing.
Are you
Russell,
rowing?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
rowing.
me and
Yeah,
me and.
Russell's
Are you rowing?
No,
I
Russell-
mean, if you want to,
I am
Who the
rowing.
fuck-
I
who the
will
fuck's
stand
rowing?
up.
Gwendon and Borin are rowing. So you start.
When you walk?
No. You just slowly start to take a pace.
I'm not trying. I'm trying my hardest. I'm also not trying.
But if you're pulling on one side, doing
So
very
we're
little,
going round it.
he's absolutely killing it.
So
I've got
Oh,
one.
you,
And
you
I
can go
don't
and
think
sit
that
down.
this is
Are
working.
you sure?
I will row.
Okay. I told you my arms are
Oh.
So
Russell
Russell
sits
sits
down.
down.
And he, right, boring. So, I'm going to start rowing. On the
You
count
try.
of 4, we pull back. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you want to make sure your oar's in the water, because you can't do it in the air. So you pull back in the
Oh, he
water,
does.
lift it up out of the water, move it backwards again so
Furious,
it goes
aye.
forward, then push, and it pushes through the water.
Sounds good to me, pal.
Yeah?
Sounds good to me.
And
Is
we
there
should
like
go
a little-
forward.
Is there like a
Right, let's
bucket
do
or
it then.
something in the boat?
Brilliant.
So I'm going to get a bucket and like a piece of wood, and I'll start to maybe do like drums. I saw this once as I was trading in the far north.
Lordy.
Rowers row harder if they're rowing to a drum beat.
Oh. Well, yes, that does sound rather sensible.
I would
And
jump-
then there's
I would
in
bet-
Willy
time.
Wonka on the Chocolate River.
Russell's doing like a 1,
We
2,
are
3,
rolling.
4 count, like
We are
completely
rolling.
out of sync from the drums.
I don't think it's going to work quite as well here.
Lucky enough, Bowen's rowed before, but he just hasn't told you, so he's just
Yeah.
doing it his normal thing.
Yeah, Russell's very, very proficient at rowing.
Did he
Right.
say
So
this?
Thea throws
so
up
the
one more
path
time.
ahead, so the river bending southward as you slowly move off the River Warden down the Veylstrand.
Is the tide going with us or against us?
So it's going. It's not.
It's
It's
going
not
with
hard.
us.
It's
So
a
it's quite fairly
relatively
chilled.
easy little road. But right there is where we shall have a very small.
My first spray!
Oh, that was
No.
Wherever you travel in the Empire, you will always find a place to rest your feet
fill your belly, and share a drink with friends. Welcome to Wooden Spoons, the Empire's most trusted tavern, serving good food, great company, and mostly safe drinking experiences. Start your evening with our signature spoon stew, made fresh daily with quality ingredients sourced from local markets. Or try the legendary Traveler's Platter, a feast big enough for two, but priced just right for one. And of course, no visit is complete without a drink. Whether you prefer a fine mead or a famous spoon swill ale, we've got something for every taste. From noble lords to weary travelers, merchants to mercenaries, everyone is welcome at Wooden Spoons. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a meal at the tavern you can always trust. Wooden Spoons. You'll always find a spoon nearby.
Terms and conditions apply. Wooden Spoons is not responsible for the loss of coin purses, spontaneous tavern brawls, or questionable meal ingredients. Consumption of spoon swill ale will result in blurred vision, questionable decisions, and overly enthusiastic storytelling. Please drink responsibly or don't. We're not your parents.
Gather round, you merry lot, and drink until the world's forgot. The fire's warm, the ale is cold, and tales tonight will all be bold. So raise your mugs and sing along, a toast to life, both short and strong. Through storm and strife we'll have our cheer, for nothing's better than a mug of beer. The merchant brags, the sailor lies, the bard spins tales of dragons' cries. But here we're all of equal worth, for ale's the crown of every heart. So raise your mugs and sing along, a toast to life, both short and strong. Through storm and strife we'll have our cheer, for nothing's better than a mug of beer. The landlord says, now pay your dues. We laugh and toss him copper hues. For every coin we spend tonight brings stories told till morning light. So raise your mugs and sing along, a toast to life, both short and strong. Through storm and strife we'll have our cheer, for nothing's better than a mug of beer. When morning breaks, we'll curse the sun, but till it dawns, the night's not done. So drink your fill, no need to fear. Tomorrow waits, but tonight's for cheer.
Tired of dull blades, armor full of holes, need an upgrade before your next battle? Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. We have everything a warrior needs, from razor-sharp swords to discounted, slightly dented helmets, perfect for battle, tournaments, or settling old grudges. On a budget, our pre-owned weapons section is fully stocked, only gently used by the previous, less fortunate owner. Need something custom? Our legendary blacksmith will forge you the weapon of your dreams, or nightmares. And don't forget, our Bloodbath loyalty program. Buy 5 swords, get a free emergency shield, because you're going to need it. So before your next battle, raid, or questionable duel, stop by Bloodbath and Beyond, where the deals are deadly and the service is legendary.
Terms and conditions apply. No refunds on cursed weapons, armor sold as is, bloodstains are a feature and not a defect. Management is not responsible for sudden death, injuries, or accidental berserker rages.
In forests deep where whispers grow, the ancient boughs sweet, soft and slow. Beneath their leaves we lived, we thrived, our roots entwined, our spirits alive. Oh, flames did rise, the skies did weep, the ash rained down, the wounds ran deep. Our sacred halls, our timeless vow, all lost to fire, the burning bough. Their voices sang in every breeze, the keepers old, our eldest trees. The greed was sown and axes fell, their silent screams a mournful knell. Oh, flames did rise, the skies did weep, the ash rained down, the wounds ran deep. Our sacred halls, our timeless vow, all lost to fire, the burning bough. The voices sang in every breeze, the keepers old, our eldest trees. But greed was sown and axes fell, their silent screams a mournful knell. The stars grew dim, the winds grew still, the world stood silent on the hill. For hearts once strong were turned to stone, our kin now wander lost alone. Oh, flames did rise, the skies did weep, the ash rained down, the wounds ran deep. Our sacred halls, our timeless vow, all lost to fire, the burning bough. Oh, flames did rise, the skies did weep, the ash rained down, the wounds ran deep. Our sacred halls, our timeless vow, all lost to fire, the burning bough. But in our grief the seeds still lie, beneath the ash they will not die. One day they'll bloom, our oath restore, and sing their song forevermore. In our grief, the winds grew still, the world stood silent on the hill. For hearts once strong were turned to stone, our kin now wander lost alone.
Got an old cart gathering dust? Are the wheels falling off? Been in a tiny jousting accident? No problem. Here at We Buy Any Cart, we'll take all carts. Big, small, busted, or mysteriously on fire. From the noble's golden chariot to the farmer's rickety wagon, we'll take it off your hands and give you a fair exchange. Trading up? Need some quick crowns for the new war horse? Or just tired of pulling your own cart? We've got you covered. And with our legendary speedy service, you could be cart-free in as little as 2 tankards of ale's time. So don't delay. Bring your cart to We Buy Any Cart today. We Buy Any Cart, because one man's junk is another man's problem.
Terms and conditions apply. Carts must be at least 30% intact. Payments made in crowns, helms, or occasionally mystery potions. Not responsible for cursed or haunted carts. Please check for stowaways before selling.
I once knew a rogue with a heart of gold, quick with his wit and his dice so bold. He'd wager his life for a coin or two and charm the purse right off of you. Roll the dice, take your chance. Life's a game, so join the dance. A flip of fate, a gambler's glee. What's yours is mine and mine is free. He'd slipped through the shadows with barely a sound, steal from a duke and drink in the town. But woe to the fool who'd call his bluff, for that rogue was clever and twice as tough. Roll the dice, take your chance. Life's a game, so join the dance. A flip of fate, a gambler's glee. What's yours is mine and mine is free. They say one night he met his match, a fiery dame with locks to snatch. She bested his tricks, his cunning ways, and now they roam as partners in play. They say one night he met his match, a fiery dame with locks to snatch. She bested his tricks, his cunning ways, and now they roam as partners in play. Roll the dice, take your chance. Life's a game, so join the dance. A flip of fate, a gambler's glee. What's yours is mine and mine is free. So here's to the rogues who laugh at fate, who drink too much and stay out late. Their stories end with a daring grin, for the gamble's worth the trouble they're in.
All right, listen up. Think you've got the luck of a noble? Want to turn your last copper coif into a whole pouch of gold crowns? You need some peasant power. The Empire's #1 stock to bet your lot. Where the real punters come to win big. We've got all the action. Jousting, we've got it. Archery, not a problem. The EBF boxing, you'd be mad not to have a punt on that. If you fancy something a little bit more grassroots, we take bets on peasant wrestling, ye old chicken derby, even the legendary kart racing league. You name it, we'll price it. Odds, best in the land. Payouts, swift. And if you're thinking of backing out, mate, don't waste my time. New to the game, no problem. We'll sign you up today and give you a free bonus bet on your first wager. That's right, your first punt's on us. After that, it's all down to you, sunshine. So it's time that you felt some peasant power. Bet like a king, spend like a fool. Terms and conditions apply. Peasant Power is not responsible for reckless betting, poor life choices, or sudden appearance of debt collectors. Please gamble responsibly every fucking day.
Beneath the hills where shadows creep, a titan lies in endless sleep. Its bones of stone, its breath long stilled, a promise kept, a fate fulfilled. Beneath the earth it slumbers still, a titan bound by mortal will. Its breath long gone, its tail remains, a guardian lost, its fate in chains. It soared the skies, its throne, its roar could shake the mountain stone. But gods grew jealous, hearts turned cold, and cast it down, its legend told. Beneath the earth it slumbers still, a titan bound by mortal will. Its breath long gone, its tail remains, a guardian lost, its fate in chains. Through winding caves its spirit calls, in echoes deep within the halls. Adventurers seek its fabled might, but none return to tell the night. Beneath the earth it slumbers still, a titan bound by mortal will. Its breath long gone, its tail remains, a guardian lost, its fate in chains. So light your lamp, but tread with care, for iron mouth holds secrets rare. A dragon's grave, its restless soul, a silent watcher, a tale untold. Through winding caves its spirit calls, in echoes deep within the halls. Adventurers seek its fabled might, but none return to tell the night.
Okay, so we're back. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around during the break. Wicked. Okay, so we've picking back off. Obviously, you've now departed the river warden. A small rowboat, obviously, literally plodding along. Just pushed off from the deck. Sitting in this very strange situation thrusted upon yous with 6 complete strangers. Bit of a strange first interaction as probably tensions from the guards and others descended into what a lovely morning was happening into a bit of chaos. Turn you down a bit. Chill out. Okay. So, gone now. This is a steady rhythmic of the ferry beneath your boat, replaced by sway and bops of this smaller, much smaller vessel. Your rowboat cuts gently through the surface of the Veylstrand, oared creaking softly in their locks by Borin and Russell. Given little directions, but Gilbert, you've got this medallion of the Imperial Authority. Currents in your favour, but the mood is not. Over to you.
Is it always like this? You know, with the guards and the ordering about and you know, out here.
Yeah. Has been for a while now. Has been for a while. As long as I can remember.
It's all very tense.
That's one way to put it. It's all with this Freeborn Alliance stuff and all of this nonsense going around. It's,
Who are they?
well, they're these
They're freedom fighters, I believe. They don't believe
They're
in the
anti-empire scum.
rule of the empire. They think everyone should be free to make their own choices and all of that.
they're bad for business is what I tell you
Yeah.
they are. I mean, their taxations have gone up, VAT is astronomical, inflation is climbing so high like a mountain out of the sky. It has been a tough few years, darling. I tell you that right now.
I wouldn't talk about them like that in front of anyone. Just so you know.
Oh.
Freedom fighters is not really the words you want to be using.
Especially
if you want to keep
not
your
around
head.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh.
People don't like freedom fighters.
Well,
Oh, well, I mean.
they're called terrorists, according to the Empire. Freedom fighters
Very
is not
strong.
something that you would
Freedom fighters sounds
utter around.
quite good though. Freedom.
Well, that's why the
It's
Empire
sort of in the name,
doesn't
isn't
want you
it?
saying
Fighting
that.
for freedom.
Yes.
It's like marketing, isn't it? It's like, you know. Isn't it, right? Just don't say that in front of any Empire people.
Yes, please don't. My head's on the block here.
No, I can appreciate that. Yes.
They kind of
It
group
does seem
everyone
rather
together.
serious.
I suppose we should probably start with a little round robin. I mean, I've met the strapping fella Russell and delighted to meet everyone else. Should we start with who I am and little... In the ITG, when we meet new recruits, we tend to have what's called a round robin, where one of us will say a truth and one will say an untruth. It's quite a funny game, actually. I'll start.
Seems like an interesting game.
My name is Gilbert Gladstone, and a pleasure to meet all of you today on this fine vessel. A truth. Well, I am rather good salesman. Leave it to me to get the coin flowing. Now, is this a lie or is this a truth? I was once a lonely orphan without a penny to the world. What does everyone think?
Oh, you want us to guess?
Yes, truth or false?
Wait, so one of them was that you're a good salesman.
Oh, we all know that's obviously the truth because you witnessed my performance this morning.
So
So
the
the
other
other
one's
one's
a
a lie.
lie.
Yes, I suppose you could say it like that. It was more of a shocking revelation than a lie.
Oh.
I was so poor, I had no shoes.
Ah.
No shoes. Just wrappings around my feet.
Poor you.
And now look at me. Dressed in silk, in leather. ITG. And, would you like to go?
Oh, so one of them is a truth and the other one's a lie.
Yes, but maybe not make it as obvious as I did, but...
All right. Well, talk about being put on the spot. Well, my name is Violet, which I think, well, you already know.
Yeah, my friend,
but
yeah.
hello.
Hello.
I'm Violet. And well, I can't tell you that because I'm quite obviously a star scholar. I think the first thing you should know about me is that I'm a very, very popular person. I've got lots of friends. And the second thing that you should know about me is I'm really rather smart. I like to read. I'm a voracious reader. And yes, those are my two things.
Excellent.
So what happens now? Do you guess?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to say either way, because
Learned
you're
a
obviously
lot.
such a friendly person. It would be obvious you'd have many friends.
That's
And
true.
I can see you're quite book smart, so I would say you've probably mixed the game up and they're
Oh,
both truths.
Maybe I haven't done it right.
We could leave it there and move on to the next if you want.
Okay.
And you, man, sitting next to me,
Yes.
are you an elf, aren't you? My eyes deceive me.
Okay. That I can see you. I like this game. It's very fun. Okay, my name is Gwendon, everybody.
Hi, Gwendon.
I've already
Hi,
met you because I bought your cookies. Or biscuits, sorry.
Cookies, what are those?
Cookies.
Oh, were they? Were they delicious?
They're quite similar. They're quite similar. But a bit more tastier. I'm not going to lie.
Tasty.
But, yes, I am two truths and a lie. Two truths and a lie? Or
One truth and one lie.
One truth, one lie. Okay.
That might be the issue with the game.
So, one truth is that I am a priest. I am a priest of my order. That is one truth. And the lie is I don't like animals.
Oh.
I think
You-
I know.
Oh, sorry, I got the game wrong, didn't I? Oh, sorry. You're supposed to guess it. Oh, my bad.
All animals you don't like?
No, that is the lie.
Oh. So you're not a
It's
priest?
not true.
No, I am a priest.
I feel like
I
I've
like
really
animals.
messed this up. I'm sorry,
I am a
everybody.
priest and I like animals. The lie is I don't not like animals.
Oh, right.
Is it not like the opposite?
I'm not really sure what happened here. There's been a breakdown in communication. I mean, what we could do is just say your name and two things that you like.
you.
This is how we play the game in my home.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So you don't like animals?
No.
No, he does.
Oh, he does. That was the lie,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Well, that's a relief anyway, to know, that you're not against animals.
Oh, would you rather say a rabbit is not my favorite animal? And now you guess?
Oh.
A rabbit is your favourite animal.
Yes.
Ah, well done.
That makes sense.
Very good.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you again.
Anyone else like to chip in?
No.
Oh, those two are really rather busy rowing.
1, 2,
We're
3,
going to be
4.
on here
1,
for a
2,
while.
3,
Got on, mate. I'll do it while I'm doing this at the same time. So, I left film when I was 4. My favourite colour's red.
I'm sorry, Cora. I think you've misunderstood the game. It's your name and two things that you like. That's what we agreed on, wasn't it? Yes.
Well, I thought it was a truth in the lie.
I feel like that's really sunken like a ship in a storm.
Because my favourite colour's blue.
Oh, I
was the lie.
see what you did there, young lad.
And the truth I did
Wonderful.
leave when I was 4. Oh, my name! Bowen.
Lovely to meet you.
Cheers, mate. Nice to meet you.
And this enchanting lady, what would you be called? Can't remember your name. The nameless maiden.
My name is Thea. Thea.
Oh, that sounds like a lovely name.
Thanks. What's your name?
Oh, just said it's Gilbert.
Oh.
Gilbert Gladstone, ITG representative. And two things you like, or one you don't like, or a lie and a truth, whatever you fancy, really.
I'll pass.
You'll pass.
Yep.
Right, well, that's interesting, and
It's a very tough crowd.
Right.
This one.
Yeah, so my name.
I think we started rather well, and now it seems to have...
this is the best part.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, anyway,
My name. I was starting a sentence, but I mean it's okay. It is what it is. My name is Captain Russell Anchor. I'm two things I like. Two things I.
your surname is Anchor.
Yes, it is.
Right, I've never heard of a Mr. or Mrs.
Well, now you
Anchor
have.
before. Pleasure to meet you.
Bit out there, like,
Is
isn't
it
it?
your actual
name's
name, or
Russell.
did you give yourself?
No, it's
because
my
of the
actual
anchor?
name.
That's a really good point,
Yeah.
Wendora.
But you've got a big anchor, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's like my branding, isn't it? You know, people got to recognise me.
I think that's rather clever.
Yeah, it's just.
Marketing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just playing into it. I just took on your smile thing.
And do you sell anchors?
Well, no.
There could be a business opportunity for us to discuss later date, because someone called Anchor, carrying an anchor, should probably sell anchors.
Right, so two things I like. Yeah.
Yes?
Well, I like anchors.
Excellent.
That's one thing.
Makes sense.
And then,
It does make sense, doesn't it?
yeah, and I like money.
Ah, coin.
Yes. Good old golden crowns.
The things it buys a man.
Absolutely.
I won't be the odd one out. I'll say mine. Sorry.
It's nice of you that you can play.
Thank you. Okay. Are we doing two truths, one truth and a lie, or just two
Anything
things?
you want, my dear.
Okay. My dress is green, and What was the rules?
Just two things you like, or a truth and a lie, or just your name and what you do for a living, I don't know.
Just
I
anything you'd
can-
like to share.
I can speak to animals.
Really?
Yes.
Any animal?
Yes.
A worm?
An owl!
Yes. Yes.
A bird.
Yes.
A cockerel?
Probably.
A cockroach.
But yeah, I haven't spoken to a cock.
What about a deep sea leviathan?
It's one of them.
I don't know.
Well,
what
it's
that
like a
is.
big deep sea leviathan.
If it's an animal, then
It's
yes.
like a
I
big.
feel like, mate, you've just repeated the same thing like you said before.
Well, I mean, the name is kind of like. It is
It's
what
like
it
a
is.
monster, Borin.
It's like a rabbit's a rabbit, which is
I like rabbits.
it's just a rabbit. Yeah, I mean, he said rabbit. You ask him to explain what a rabbit
I,
is.
but, I mean, I know what a rabbit is.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know. What was it called?
It's
Deep
A
blue
deep sea leviathan. Yeah, they live down the Stormborn Islands.
How big are they?
Well,
We're not going to bump into one now, are we?
Well,
As we're
maybe.
going.
It's right. Don't worry about it. They're like.
Warren just starts looking
Well, we
over
are not-
the edge of the boat, just looking down into the
See,
waters.
if this was the size of a house,
These?
right? Yeah, a Leviathan's about this big.
Oh,
Like
Well, so it
5
wouldn't
houses.
fit in the river. So thanks. Reassuring.
Is that right, mate? They wouldn't have gone in the
The
rivers?
river's big enough, but it wouldn't.
Well, there's baby
wouldn't-
ones. So. Could you speak to one of them
Yes.
anyway? That was my question.
If it's an
They're
animal,
sea
then
creatures.
yes.
They're not freshwater creatures.
So, what I'm getting from this is that you can speak to animals.
Yes.
What about dragons?
It's not an animal, though, is it? Is it?
Well,
Well, dragons have their own language.
They're definitely
It's
not
called
human.
Draconic. I can speak Draconic.
So with
I
the-
can speak to dragons.
You can speak to
Look
dragons.
smart.
Have I met a dragon?
No, can't.
Well, how do you
say
speak their language?
that. I learnt it from a book. It's
Isn't
quite
that like
useful in terms
Some
of arcana.
Sort of, like stealing people's kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like
How's that stealing?
cultural.
It's learning.
Oh, I speak
appropriation.
Elvish too. You wouldn't be upset that I spoke to you in Elvish, would you?
Of course I wouldn't.
You speak Dwarvish?
It's an excellent way to make friends.
Do you speak Dwarvish?
Not currently, but I could work on it.
Jesus.
So you speak to animals, which
Well,
is the truth.
I spent most of my life living with an elf, you see, so that's why I speak Elvish.
Makes sense.
Oh.
That makes sense. Maybe I could learn you some Dwarvish.
Yeah, I would love that.
Sounds fantastic.
I feel just obviously quite worried about being cast off from my. There's plenty of biscuits not being sold right now, but I feel like we're all together here to do this very small task. I don't want it to turn into something that's going to distract me too much from my biscuit selling. Now,
But don't you think it's rather important to keep your head?
Yeah,
I think
you
I
have
don't
much
think
of
you
a
could
choice.
sell many biscuits if you didn't have a head.
no, but what I plan to do when we get to this garrison is to hard sell the biscuits. We'll ask for the reinforcements afterwards, but if we can get some orders in, then it might help me get a little further down the river than I need to.
The officer, did he set you a time limit to get back before you know
As
what's your
soon
head?
as humanly possible.
So the selling of the biscuits would rather delay that, don't you think?
Yes, maybe. Well, okay. We'll go for the reinforcements first, and then if there's an opportunity to sell biscuits, we'll do that afterwards.
Perhaps you could sell them to the reinforcements while we're travelling.
You really are book smart, aren't you?
Oh, I'm glad I helped.
Wonderful. Now, an officer Kadesh gave me this medallion. Has anyone seen one of these before?
Can I have a look?
History check?
Well, it was.
Or can you just show me with your hand?
Yes, you can have a look with your eyes.
Not a clue.
Can I see?
Just looks like something like a little.
Small gold medallion with the crimson signal inside. Yeah,
Would
just a
Violet have
normal-
any
Just
insight
looks like a
with
small
her
medallion with a
It
crimson.
was-
history
It's,
knowledge?
you know the imperial sigil. It's a medallion showing that. It looks like quite common craftsmanship. It's nothing too intense, but seems to have some recognition to
Yes.
whoever this. It's nothing extraordinary. It's just a common imperial sigil.
I'm assuming that this is like a sort of. Not a deputy badge as such, but a meaning to say we're on official business.
Yeah, it's like a stamp,
Yes.
like a seal.
Now, I'm going to keep this safe in this pocket. And when we get to our destination, I shall produce the medallion.
What's over there?
Nothing. He's a tricksy one, this one.
Street smarts.
Street smarts. Book smarts, street smarts, business smarts. So, I think maybe a plan might be in order. If
Sounds wise.
If we all ascend upon this garrison like a gaggle of geese, it might dilute our messaging. We need to have an efficient plan of action.
We just walk up to them and
I
show
think,
them the
yeah.
medallion, right?
We
Yes,
say we go up to them. We just say that Kadesh,
Officer Kalish, yes.
Officer-
Use his title.
Officer Kadesh sent us.
And he
then
needs
we go back.
reinforcements at once.
Yeah, and then we go back.
And if they ask us why, did anyone know? I was
There's three. They had the metal on the ships.
metal
There was like
They're
metal.
guns. No,
I think they were
weapons.
weapons or swords or something.
swords.
swords. What in the bar in the crates?
Yes.
Oh yes, I'd rather think that they were weapons. Yes,
You know, smuggling.
Undisclosed weapon trading?
believe so.
It's even worse than I thought. My goodness me, association with this could get me barred from the ITG.
So do you
Well,
think...
I don't think you're associated with it. In fact, if anything, you're helping them to remedy this.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, I will remember that.
You might want to
I
mention
have
about
nothing
them.
to do with this whatsoever.
You might want to mention about them hooded figures, like.
Look at it, yes.
Did they get 2 into custody?
Yes,
I
I
saw
think one
someone.
I think they
tackle
got them
someone.
all.
One fell very far.
I think they got them all.
I heard something.
I can, yeah. Not
Yes,
very
it was
nice.
rather.
Crunching. But I think
Oh,
I
that
don't
sounds
know.
awful.
I don't know what's going on. They attacked and tried to run.
So we all have the same story.
Does anyone know why we're being sent for this lieutenant?
To
in
ask for
vain.
reinforcements to come to the boat.
The boat wasn't big enough for all of them.
Well, their boat was damaged by the fall of the
And this
large
boat
guy. Yes.
wasn't big enough for all of them. So they just gathered random strangers to
Well, mate, I
complete
think
a very sensitive mission.
I think it's fair to say you're a bit of a talker, so why don't we just let you do the talking?
I think you should go first.
I'm
Yeah,
some-
treat it like one of those
You're
biscuit sales.
ITG, isn't it?
somewhat of a
ITG.
spokesperson, yes.
Hey,
Whatever this is.
that's what I've seen. Hey, that's
Now-
what I've seen.
I wouldn't do this, but I feel we're amongst friends. I'm going to give you all a taste of my biscuits for free. Never before has this ever happened, because there's always a pitch or something, but the kindness of my heart, I'd like you to all share a 1/5 of a biscuit.
I have my own. I bought some. Remember?
You did buy some. I don't remember receiving the silver from you, though.
Didn't you give it to Russell?
Should I give it over?
Did we get that
Put
silver?
minus 7 helms.
You were collecting the money, weren't you?
No.
Well, I am sorry.
I mean, I'll take it.
It's not me to skirk payments.
Yes, thank you.
It's kind of, well, 7 helms.
It was 7, yes.
If you've already taken it from your thing, just
A silver helm. Excellent. 7 more.
Like I was saying, I'll probably
War
not
chest.
eat it. It's not very nice.
You bought one as well, didn't you?
No.
Didn't
I
you
think
say
it
you
was
bought
just
one?
me.
Oh, okay. Oh, no,
It
yeah,
was
you
just
were.
me that bought.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I went like that when he was like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
I
third
remember,
one,"
yeah,
but
sorry.
I
I
was-
remember. Yeah, I remember. Sorry, apologies.
Well, I don't want any because I had some earlier and I'm full.
He's full.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of distribute a little biscuit to
Can I ask a
everybody.
question, mate? These biscuits, right?
Aye.
So,
Artisan bakery goods.
aye, mate, do they fill you up the way that you're going on, or
No.
is it this? It doesn't. Thank you, mate.
Well, maybe not to an elf and a dwarf, but to a human stomach, the physiology is rather different.
That's a good point.
I mean, it
They don't
doesn't
taste
really,
excellent, do they?
But like for me though, mate, it's not going to benefit me because I'm a dwarf. So your product's a bit fault there.
No, it's designed to sell for humans, by humans, made for
So
humans.
racist biscuits.
Oh, so it only targets one sector.
It targets a specific group of very malnourished village folk.
Alright.
One's crying out for calories.
I mean, I'm not a very good salesman, so I wouldn't know, but it might be worth maybe looking at doing something where you have a bigger target audience.
Have a special brand for.
That's only one
Italian.
race, isn't
You're
it?
thinking a dwarven biscuit range? Digestives for dwarfs.
Forged out the mountains of.
My lad, this has legs. Dwarven
Violet-
biscuits.
Violet feeds the rest of hers too.
But it was my idea, mate, so I need the bigger share. I'll take 30% of it.
Well, lad, I mean, an idea is not much more than just an idea. I tell you what, I'll owe you 30% if we make our first 1,000 crowns. How about that?
Oh, mate, what a deal.
Ah, congratulations!
you-
Welcome to the gang.
You are the closer.
And an elven biscuit, you say? Do the elves have something similar already?
We certainly do. I don't think they'll like your biscuits.
No. A very
I
refined
can
palate, isn't
certainly
elf?
bring a taster to them. They like to try new things.
That'd be wonderful. Now, where are you from, Gwindor?
I believe it's Gwyn.
Oh, sorry.
My name
My
is- my name
apologies,
is-
sir. Gwindin.
Windon.
Gwindon.
Yes, Windon.
Gwindon Windleton. Okay, I've got it now.
No wingleton, whatever this is. Just
Gwindon. Gwindon.
Just Gwindon, okay? Just Gwindon. I am from south area in the forest, south of Tyrion.
From the distant lands of Tyrion.
Yes, way up north, much north than this place.
Wow, I've never...
There's a temple there.
Right?
And me and my sect, we practice our faith in the forest.
Wonderful.
But we have influence everywhere.
What exactly do you practice?
I'm glad you asked me this. Very glad.
You're welcome.
We worship and praise Elena, great moon goddess of the Vale, who guides me on this journey. that I have partaken on.
It sounds enchanting.
It's a very big moment in my life, I must say.
I could hear your voice for hours, Gwendon. There's a calming presence to it.
Thank you. You flatter.
He's on a very important mission.
Oh, a mission?
Yes, it is.
But it's a secret. You can't tell you anything about it.
Oh, okay. A secret mission.
The mission's not so much a secret, just the location where I need to be is more of a secret than the journey.
Oh yes, that was it.
Well, where are you going?
I cannot say.
He's a joker, that one.
He is a very funny guy.
If we had a map, could you like point to it?
Do you have a map?
I know where it is if I saw it on a map, but I will not point to it.
Oh, in your brain? That's very smart.
I might show you one day where it is. But I have only just met you. I have one friend.
Mysterious secret mission.
But it's not
This-
that.
this weird.
It's a personal mission for me.
God.
And
I don't think it's very nice to call someone's god weird.
I think that's
I mean,
a
I've
very,
never met her. Then.
you're very, what do we say, blunt. I like it.
Thank you.
No
So,
waffle.
you're on a secret mission to somewhere you can't tell us where you're going. Miles away from home.
Yes.
And on a
Are
ship.
we not all
Just
on
give
missions?
Brendan sorry, just give Gilbert like a little wink.
Pull out a small leather pouch book and just write in it.
I mean,
I'm not on a
I'm
mission.
sure we are all on some sort of journey.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'm going to see my friend.
Oh, another friend.
Yes, I have a few.
I'm always on the road with me. Always, constantly travelling. From towns to towns to towns. To towns to towns. It's good.
You said you fight.
Aye, in towns.
Well,
You
yes.
just fight people.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh no, mate, I'm a proper qualified boxer, mate, for the EBF.
Boxer.
EBF, what's that?
Erthad Boxing Federation. You not heard of it? It's huge.
I've lost a few crowns betting on some EDF fights before.
Gambling man, have you?
And I like to partake in a little bet from now and again. Only from the more licensed establishments, obviously.
To be honest, mate, that's all I fight in, to be honest. Like, none of this unranked malarkey me, like, mate.
You have a ranking?
I'm ranked, mate. I wouldn't be fighting in the local leagues if I didn't. If I wasn't ranked.
I know it's a very personal question, but what rank are you?
That's a good question, yes.
So, you've got to be within a certain rank. We don't actually have numbers or quality. You just get told at the start of the year if you don't actually fall into the local leagues.
Oh.
And then you're progressing up like, mate, I'm not one to praise myself much, really. But I always normally skip through the local leagues fairly easy, just like you're skipping through grass.
Ruffians.
Yeah. Piece of piss.
How many fights
Well,
have you had?
oh, mate, honestly, loads.
How old did you say you was? You said you was older than
250.
You've been fighting for 250 years.
Well, I wasn't fighting when I was 0. I was.
We
I
all
started
fight
fighting.
out of the wounds. We all fight our way out of the wounds.
I started fighting, mate, when my father wrapped it in. So, oh god, it's a good question, like. I'm not very good with numbers now. I'm gonna probably say, mate, I've been fighting for a good 200 years, me, like.
200 years.
Oh, experience I am, like, when it comes to that. But look, mate, there's better boxers out there, like, there is. I just like to get on the inside, mate, and bang! And like that, me, like.
So do you?
Aye, that's
is
me,
it
like.
with this fighting, was it EBF?
EBF, pal. Aye, that's me.
So is it like leagues where humans fight humans, or do you fight humans as well?
Oh, mate, all sorts, mate. I fought Goliaths and everything, me, pal.
No.
Aye, I mean, look at the size, you think I've got any chance, but they never see the uppercut coming. The bigger they are, the greater the fall.
I really like
Oh,
How does one get involved in fighting for money?
for money.
Is it not for money?
But
So
it is for...
bets on it and stuff.
Aye, mate, but I mean,
Like official bets.
it's more... Are you talking about just each individual fight, about getting purses, or...
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just how do I fight people and get paid for it?
I mean, look, mate, you can fight unlicensed boxing anywhere. That guns are lower. But if you're wanting to fight ranked, you're going to have to fight pre-ranked fights first to get into the ranked divisions.
Well, what pays you more money?
Probably unlicensed boxing.
Well, how do I do that? What kind of fights is it? Do I bring like
Yeah, that kind
knives,
of really be getting.
axes? Is like fights to the death, fights to like first blood,
Well, me,
fights to like knockout,
you
fights
just need
to...
to know who to speak to in certain towns, pal. I mean, to be honest, mate, I'm not really getting into that malarkey because I'd lose my license, me, pal. If I get a regionals, mate, then license
that?
boxing's, that's when you pass local leagues.
Right.
So you start off at local leagues.
Mhm.
The top two advance from local leagues, which is why I'm over Eldoria, because Eldoria is a lot pussies compared to Syria. Pussies.
Is it the
Easier.
same like...
Aye.
Gotcha,
Aye.
okay.
Then what we do is you can go to your regionals in certain sectors.
Wait, so are you going to a fight now?
Well, I was Gany, and now I'm
Oh,
digging
right,
this. I mean,
yeah.
I've still got to be there with obviously, you know, with all the troubled times, what's going on at the moment. As long as you're in there within 3 to 5 business days, and then you sort it.
So you're on your way to one now? Where
I
is
am,
it?
aye. It's in Forstead, mate.
Well, it was.
Oh.
Whereabouts is Forstead?
Just a couple of stops from where we've got from, pal.
I would really like to watch you fight. I don't really like to cause harm myself, but
Well, get your tickets, aye.
Will you?
Aye, we aye.
Tickets?
We aye, tickets, aye.
Are they free? Are they normally free?
Well, no, we have promoters.
You have to like pay to see fights.
Aye.
so do you have
These
like,
ones will be cheap though because we're fighting in the local league. But when we get to regionals,
Right. So you said you'd get us tickets though?
oh, mate, I can get them. Don't worry, I'll get them straight away for you if you want, aye.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Give
in a
it a
hurry.
discount. But what I'll do is, I'll probably ask Gilbert to sell them, if you didn't mind, because that's a bit of a, you can put a bit of premium on top.
Well, I do charge.
How would that work?
It depends if I'm assuming the role as manager or promotioner. Or promoter. What?
I didn't have a promoter, like.
You don't have a promoter?
No, mate, so I took a bit of some time off.
Just
about
back on the scene.
10 years off, mate. But I'm back into it now, mate, and I've still had me rank, so it shows I've obviously been doing well if I've still ranked. There's been up and coming fighters, and I've still kept me rank.
We could be sitting with the new EBF. Now I'm assuming it's lightweight, middleweight.
There's no weight, mate.
There's no weight.
No weight. No. None whatsoever.
Well, no, because if you fought a Goliath,
Goliaths,
I
aye.
imagine they're rather heavy.
We have a celebrity in our midst.
Oh.
Would you sign this box of biscuits for me?
Did again.
Just make it
Get
out
on then.
to Gilbert, my best friend. All the best in your future endeavours. These biscuits are
Are you
great.
spell endeavours?
Just put,
Just future would do.
oh yes, for future. And then put, these biscuits are the best. Excellent. An endorsement from a celebrity.
Oh, well, I wouldn't cast us as a celebrity, like.
Well, I would for promotional materials, but that's your.
When you win, you know, then you will be.
Aye. When I win.
At this fight coming up, when you win, could you hold a box of biscuits up and say, best
course.
biscuits?
Of
Yes?
course, we could even, if we can't see a tailor, we could get maybe like your face tailored onto the shorts or that way.
Now that is an intriguing proposition.
so it's like, is it like one long fight?
Aye.
So just continuously? in
No,
terms of
there's
personal-
rounds.
Okay.
Aye, there's 8 rounds, mate, when we're in the local leagues. Then it goes up to 10 when we're in regionals. Then it jumps up to 15, mate.
So you have like a healer between rounds?
If you make, obviously, the Grand Solaris event. I only made that once, like.
Grand Solaris event.
Oh, I fought Solaris
Is it
before.
with weapons?
Did you win?
Got robbed, I did.
Got robbed?
Aye. Should have definitely won the fight, like. They just didn't give us it, all that bloody politics.
Politics, yes.
What do you mean give you it?
Subjects.
Give us the card, like the win. They didn't
So
give
it's
us it.
not just, you don't just win by, you know.
Well, if you gun the whole rounds, love. If you gun the whole rounds, they're not just gonna. No, we're not animals. They can't just make us fight forever. You know?
Oh no, yes.
So there'll be people that are judging the fight. And they'll say, oh, this guy won. He landed more here. He had a bit more control in the ring. He was better. We'll give it to him. You know? But I tell you one thing. I landed me a shot. I had way more shots than him. He was a big bloke. He was the Goliath that I was on about now when I mentioned before. The Goliath. Aye. So I fought him. And I hit him with so much body shots. But because I'm smaller and he hit me with more face shots. That's where my nose has come from. You serious?
I imagine it's harder for Goliath to try to fight a dwarf as well.
Well, he's a bigger target to hit. But he's got a lot more power, like. Aye, he did. I'll tell you, he hit hard.
So he won.
Wait, officially, aye. But if you ask me, no.
Was this like the last, like the big fight, or was this like for the
this was a few years back. Like I said, I've had a long time out. You must be talking about. That must have been about 13 years ago now. 10 years ago now.
I was still a kid back then. So this was like in Solaris. So this like was everyone there? Was it like all like noble
Grand event,
people?
mate. It was the first round of with the Grand Slam, mate, of Solaris.
Do you know, I think I remember this fight.
10 years ago.
Can I roll to see if I remember it? The 18 plus 2 and a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. There's maybe a slight recollection of a main. Well, that's quite common. Well, not as common in the main event, but there was what's the word?
Whispers.
No, like when it's
controversy.
There was a controversial decision involved in a big event 10
Do
years
you know, I
ago.
think I remember a controversial decision about 13 years ago.
I thought it'd been me, mate.
It truly is an honour to meet
No.
you, Warren.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Keep your hands on the oars.
Oh! I'm back.
Violet's, while all this is going on, Violet's just gonna close her eyes. And she just puts her palms flat like this. And then Midnight takes off from her shoulder and she's just gonna do a sweep just to make sure nothing's going on the banks. And things like
Yeah, you have a little look around. Roll a perception check for me.
Yak. Hang on, I need. Good job. That is a 10.
10. Okay, so there's a lot of mist still kind of in the early morning on one of the banks of the Veylstrand. The mist kind of lingers in little shaded hollows where forest kind of crowds too close. It's very quiet around these bits, almost unnaturally so in certain areas. Up ahead, like a few little thin columns of smoke kind of curve into the sky just from the tree line. Small fire.
How wide is the river at this point?
It's wide. It's a very wide river, like all the way down. Maybe in certain places over a mile wide.
Wow.
It's,
You might not even see some
It's
ships there.
It's the biggest river by far in the Empire. It like carves through the land. This is a quieter part of it, but there's constant boats and movement in all manners. It's literally like the central canal, and it goes the entire stretch of the Empire.
Did Officer Kadish tell us what side of the river the garrison was going to be on?
He said that there was a watchtower and then it was around the corner from the watchtower, about 2 hours away.
So how long have we been on the river for now?
I'd say probably about an hour or so now. Maybe just over an hour.
The
We've
smoke
been
that she
literally
sees, does she recognise that as like
It's
houses, like
not
a town?
like literally maybe like a small camp or something by someone nearby. Very little movement. Not many sounds of life. Didn't roll kind of too high, but that's kind of all she really.
All's
kind of
quiet.
sees. Yeah, all seems very quiet.
So how you feeling there, kid? Are you feeling a bit better now?
I feel a lot better, but it's still there, not here.
Seasick?
I think so.
A biscuit will help calm your stomach.
I'll try a biscuit, but honest, no, it doesn't matter.
Terrible thing, seasickness.
Yeah, I'm not. This is my first time on sea, on water. It's just. Yeah.
Quinton, you said that you were a cleric, right?
So that's a priest.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Confusion.
incorrect though. I'm a cleric.
Oh, well, just because my mother's a cleric and she's really rather talented at making people feel better, and I just thought maybe you could do something to help. You know,
Cure her seasickness.
maybe, or just I don't know. It's not really my brand, of, you know.
It's not really my type of.
Nothing
I mean,
to
I
help.
can heal her if she's bleeding.
Oh, weird a minute.
Right.
I cannot help with her tummy.
Weird.
Maybe a tummy rub or something.
No
I
thanks.
don't know her that well to be doing that.
Wait a minute.
Nothing weird.
You can heal people if they're bleeding.
Yes.
Me too.
You can as well. You talk about me being a celebrity bloody hell, pal.
I mean,
So-
it's not that. I
Do you
can
not have,
also,
like-
cure some wounds.
Bodin, do you not have
Well, I
like,
feel fucking useless, I do, if you ask me.
do you not have like heaters between like rounds and stuff?
You have cutsmen, mate. You have people with sponges and that. Pop it on your pal and you get water down your face. Sometimes it's horrible when it gets in your eye, pal.
Are you allowed to be healed?
Oh, no. Oh, that's frowned upon, that. You can't use magic.
What if you do? Would you just get thrown out?
You'd not have a license.
So can I ask, just with a show of hands, who can actually cure wounds here? Oh,
I love curing wounds.
none for you, Thea?
No, sorry.
4 of us.
Although my name is fine, not Thea.
I apologise, dear lady.
My name
There's
is
a lot
Thea.
of dark matter in this handsome brain.
So you can heal as well.
Yeah.
Gilbert. I'm Thea. Look.
Yes, we just established that. I apologise, madam. Thea,
I actually know how
Violet.
to cure seasickness as well. So I'd probably do more than you guys then if you guys can't do that. I mean, I'm just.
But he is a
How do you
private.
use
You can help her out.
Well, it's
I'd
a
love
trade
to see.
secret. I mean, how much money have you got on it? Don't work for free.
Oh, that's awfully mean. She
He's a
doesn't
man of
feel
value.
very well.
The economy right now is in shambles. Yeah? You gotta get all the money you can get. You can't just be. I mean, yeah. You tell him, Gilbert.
But-
Right, how much have you got?
What did you say your name was again?
Captain Russell Anchor.
First name, Captain.
Russell.
First name is Captain. Yes. Middle name Russell. Last name.
Oh, your
Anchor.
middle name's Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're not a captain?
What do you mean I'm not a captain? He's literally in my name. Yes, I'm a captain.
Well, yes, but if
what's
it's in
the
your
name of
name, then it's not your rank. Your
What's the name
title.
of your boat?
Huh?
What's the name of your boat?
Well, I mean, it has a name, but it's got a different owner at the moment, so they might have named it
What's your
something
name?
else.
Oh,
You sold it?
Huh?
You sold it?
someone stole your
I mean,
boat.
roundabouts, yeah.
So you
It's
must
it was
have
called
lots
the
of money then.
Stormbreaker. It's been my ship for about 12 years. now.
Stormbreaker.
So what happened? Did you sell
Very
it? Did
fearsome name.
someone steal it?
Yeah, no,
Can
I
I-
sold it. Yeah, but no one's
Oh.
ever going to
So
steal
it's
my
your
boat
ship,
from
though?
me.
Yeah,
Can
so
I-
it is.
Can I insight check him and also can I check with me known boats as well if I've heard of a boat called Stormbreaker
So-
before? Because I think he might have just picked a popular boat.
So roll a history first.
Because your owl came back.
-1. 17?
17. So I don't think you would have.
Sorry, 16.
You,
16.
You would,
Because I had -1 and I've rolled a
you
17.
would have never heard of a boat
Right.
called the Stormbreaker.
Can I roll insight as well?
Yep.
Oh, God.
You got to beat an 8.
10.
Oh,
What was that an insight for?
If you've actually got a boat called Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
Well, not
But you
that-
haven't
not
got
that-
one.
so you
not
said he had. He doesn't
Yeah.
have it at the moment.
Yeah.
You sold
Yeah,
it,
like-
Yeah.
Has he ever had a boat called
Yeah.
Stormbreaker? Sorry.
Is he a legit captain?
Yeah, so, yeah. The offer's on the table. What was your name? Theo. If you would like me to cure your seasickness, I can do it.
But you must have lots of money if you sold your boat.
Nope. I have 7 silver to my name. Thank you, Gilbert.
Well, then what happened to
I
your
don't know what
money?
you're talking about. That was just a passing tip for
You.
Why would you give
Oh,
him
right.
money?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
No,
What is
reason.
wrong with your eye?
Huh?
What is wrong with your eye?
That is just the spray from the river.
It is
Let's
quite
row,
dry.
row, Byron. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
2, 3, 4.
I'll go over to Violet. Well, not just kind of shuffled to one side.
You're sitting next to each other.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of.
It's over.
Yeah. Where did you get your beautiful owl from?
Oh, Midnight. She's my familiar.
Oh, lovely.
She's actually, you know, well, how familiar are you with different planes of existence?
Not particularly.
Okay, so on another plane of existence, she has another body, and then when I summon her, she comes to me, and then she appears in whatever form that would be sort of useful for me at the moment. She's very helpful.
Oh.
Mostly she's an owl because, you know, she prefers being an owl, I think. She has very owl energy. Even when she's other things, she always looks slightly stern, like an owl, I find.
Okay. That's a lot. Lovely. How long have you known Midnight for?
Well, I first mastered the spell when I was 10.
Oh wow.
And then she came to me, initially not for very long, but now I can sort of maintain it better, and she sort of hangs around until something or other happens. And then, then she sort of returns to her other form on another plane, and then when I summon her again, she comes back.
Wait. So you can just summon food out of thin air?
Oh, she's not food.
Well, not now, but...
If you were tempted to eat her, she would just disappear into another plane. You wouldn't get full, because she'd be gone. She'd be no use whatsoever as food. I want to make that very clear. She's really no use as food.
But she's an owl.
Yes.
You eat owls?
I mean,
I've never eaten an owl. I am
honest, I've eaten snails.
very
recently.
little meat
They're not nice.
on an owl.
I can understand snails, but owls.
Have you always had your magic?
Well, I've sort of trained. So, I've sort of learnt my magic. But I guess I always had this sort of potential, I guess.
Have you ever taught magic to anyone?
No, I've mostly been taught. I'm a very good student. I could try.
Oh yeah.
Is there something in particular you'd like to learn?
Not particularly. I say it quite quietly. I've only just acquired recently my magic. I'm not 100% sure on how to control everything yet. I've got it, but it's just hard. And it is what it is. It's okay.
We could practice. Honestly, practice totally makes perfect. It's basically the entire way I learned all of my spells.
I'd like to say we're on a small boat. Let's not quite practice magic.
Well, there's all
half a
sorts
mile
of things that you could
nose.
do that wouldn't cause any issue. Like, for instance, and then she turns around and goes, this is magic, and she looks really close in your face, and her eyes have gone completely black. It's just a void of blackness in her eyes.
Good God. Good God.
Or this, and then she sort of waves her hands across in the forwards direction of the current, if that makes any sense. And then a sort of a puff. It doesn't move the boat any faster, but it ruffles your hair a bit.
That truly is jaw-dropping.
See, none of those things are going to cause any sort of damage whatsoever.
But you are a book-smart and well-versed magician. I would wonder if the lady here, Thea, correct? Thea, would find, I wouldn't want her. Thea, actually, what is it that you do?
What do you mean do?
I think you said you...
I'm just on a bit of a journey. I'm meeting some people. That's why I was on the ship.
And I know you can heal people, is that right?
I'm able to, yeah, but it's...
Oh, my mind, not yours.
I only found out because I hurt myself, and somehow it just... I managed to do it, and that's what I can do.
And this is the first time that you find yourself on the open river.
It is.
I'm assuming you've lived mainly inland most of your life.
I have.
Just a wild guess, but I'm betting in a forest. With the leaves and the...
I think a mountain.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Maybe a cave.
It's
Yeah,
actually something
in
that
the
we've
mountain
in common.
with a forest in the cave.
Are you from the forest?
Well, I wouldn't say from the forest. I'm from a cottage, which is in the forest.
Oh,
But I do
lovely.
enjoy the forest. I like nature.
I do enjoy it.
It's calming.
It's very nice.
There's great lumber to be sold in a forest.
Oh no, I'm not sure about that.
What do you mean?
Well, if you cut the trees down, then you no longer have a forest.
No. The ITG, for every tree they cut down, they plant two. One for future harvests and one for nature.
So why would you cut the tree down in the first place?
Oh, look at what... We're not sailing on an animal, are we? We're sailing on wood, darling. Where do you think this wood came from? From trees.
You just see Thea's one eyebrow raise, and she just turns her back slowly and just... She's...
We do not harm the trees in our forest. They
Oh.
are very ancient.
These aren't harmed, they're just cut down. Trees don't have feelings
I know
when dawn.
trees get cut down, I know this, but we don't cut down our trees. This is
You don't
not-
cut down your trees?
We do not.
What, do you live in grass houses or something then?
It is like, white marble. It's lovely.
Marble.
Yes,
That sounds lovely.
it is actually very beautiful.
And you don't cut your trees
We
down?
do not cut our trees, no.
So hold on, I'm quite baffled here. Maybe it's just because I've
Look,
been in the lumber business for
Sometimes
many
trees
years.
fall. This extreme weather, trees fall. We use trees that have already fallen.
Rotten trees, you
No,
use.
these trees are very prestigious, very nice
Trees are never rotten.
Well, they do if they get mites in them and they fall down into the forest.
And then you use them for something else.
Yes, but not for boat building. This is hard-pressed oak.
Is
I
it
would say it's
clay?
aged at least 100 years.
No,
I'm proficient with ocean vehicles. If that makes a difference.
oh, those. So yeah, you would know.
Our trees
You
are
would know.
thousands
A
of
good
years
sturdy,
old.
nice quality.
Everything on the River Warden was built for purpose. So none of it's fancy,
nice.
but they're all like it's really busy. It's all thick wood. It's you know there was all good quality stuff. It's all good quality stuff. So yeah, you would know that.
So you would never cut a tree down to build a boat?
Absolutely not.
What would you build a boat out of then?
I wouldn't build a boat.
Yet you find yourself on one.
She didn't have much in the way of choice.
Well, I mean, you could have walked. I walk quite a
can't
lot.
walk
Now
over
that I don't
water.
have a ship anymore, I do a lot of walking. It's quite good for the soul,
Well, you
actually.
see, Captain Russell,
Sorry?
you can't walk on water, so unfortunately I had to get
Oh, there's a spell for that.
Yeah, I've seen someone do that before.
I have seen someone do it.
I could
before.
probably
know
do it if I
the
tried
spell,
hard enough.
though.
try
I
it.
would love to walk on
I'm
water.
alright,
Please,
I'm busy rowing.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you would like Gilbert to keep his head and us all
Yes,
to be
I'm
back on
very
the
fond
ship,
of my head, by the way.
I'm not going to stop rowing. If you would like to row,
It's just I find different cultures amazing things. No trees in some cultures, very lots of trees in others. I mean, what other things do you deem to be sort of sacred? Do you eat animals?
Eat animals?
Oh, yes, eat animals.
Absolutely not.
She speaks with them. I don't imagine she would,
Absolutely
you know.
not.
You don't eat pork, beef, chicken, venison,
No,
veal,
no.
fish,
That is horrific.
cod,
Fish. We eat
octopus.
why?
You
No,
don't eat any of these things.
absolutely not. They're living creatures. How could you kill something to just eat it for your own selfishness?
They taste nice. Clearly you what?
fish.
Absolutely
Fish
not.
survivors.
Why don't you eat them then? What do you eat? Like leaves and stuff?
Greens and healthy
Leaves.
things, berries.
Why don't you eat animals then? Surely you can
I've
speak
just
to them.
explained myself why, actually.
It is cruel for the animals to kill them this way.
You don't eat animals either.
I don't
I
either.
eat fish. We eat fish, but
You eat
we
fish.
generally don't
So hold
eat
on.
animals.
Hands up, those who eat pork.
Exclusively.
Hands up, those who eat chicken.
Russell just stopped rowing.
I think we've established that you're the only guys who
We're half
eat
and half.
animals. Yes.
No, I count
Fish.
for at least 2 people.
We eat fish.
Fish.
We eat fish.
So you two really do. I've heard of you people before.
You people, sorry.
Your culture, preference of dietary requirements, yes. Berries, figs, apples, oranges. I mean, I sell all of those things, but I always have a good profit in there. Pork and lumber, it's my bread and butter. Not literally, obviously, but
No, it's quite. No, absolutely not.
What about like eggs? Do you eat eggs?
We eat
Eggs aren't animals.
But this eggs aren't from. It's not like killing the animals.
No,
It's like
I would eat eggs.
I was going to say, you probably wouldn't want to eat the biscuits then, because I'm sure some of those have eggs in.
that's fine. I eat eggs.
No, she
We
said
eat
eggs
Oh,
are
gee, you
okay.
eat eggs.
We eat
So
from
an
the animal,
unborn
not
chicken
all the
embryo, yes. Full-grown chicken, no.
Yeah, at what point does it start being alive? I mean, that's the real question.
I mean, Russell, I think people give you a hard time. You have an intellect about you, I tell you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, just an amazing question to pose.
Well,
What
yeah,
came
I mean,
first, the chicken or the egg?
I'm quite a smart fella.
Of course you are. You're captain. I mean,
Exactly. I mean, that's honestly being a captain is quite a hard job to get. Took me a long time to get that job.
Where
so-
is
I
your
thought
crew?
it was your name, not your.
I thought so
Station.
too.
So
Yeah,
you're
but it
captain,
becomes
captain.
it
Russell.
becomes part of your name.
Well, it becomes part of your title, and nothing.
Oh, so you were just Russell
Oh,
first,
I get
and then
that.
you became a captain, and then.
And now it's part of my
your-
name.
Okay.
Captain.
What
Not
if
a
you get
title though.
No, it's my name.
what if you get promoted to Commodore?
I was actually one of them once.
A
Not long
Commodore?
ago. Yeah.
You were a commodore, and
Yeah,
now
and I
you're a
got
captain.
promoted to captain, so I'm a captain now.
You got
No,
promoted
right.
to captain.
Commodore comes
Excuse me.
higher than captain.
Have you ever been on a boat?
I've met a Commodore before.
Have you been in charge of a boat before?
But a Commodore was in charge of a fleet of
Yeah, but have you
boats.
been in charge of a boat before?
Well, no, not per se.
Yeah,
but
so I mean, you just don't know really quite how it works, do you? I mean, you've got your niche, which is sails and smiling. Yeah?
Ah.
I've got my niche, which is like everything else.
Right.
So you're an expert on everything else.
Yeah,
You
pretty
can
much.
heal.
Apart from boxing. I would love to learn more about boxing, Baron. It sounds quite fun.
The only thing that I'd say is you mentioned earlier on about money for boxing. If that's
Yeah.
the reason you want to get into it, mate, not for me.
No,
It's got to be the love of the sport.
So do you not make very much money doing your boxing?
I mean, look at this. I look like this guy over here.
Well, no, but you look, well enough off. You look well fed.
All right, lots of pork. Sorry, my lady.
Lots of muscles, I mean,
A lot of training, hard work. Like.
bigger than mine.
Hard work, like. But I'm happy to,
Yeah,
go
I'll-
through some dwarvish with you. Could do a couple of pad work. What's the on? Right.
That's very helpful.
Sounds good,
Warren.
yeah. I mean, I like fighting. It's not really for the money. But, I mean, if money comes, money, it is what it is.
Right, well that's it. I'm happy to do it if it's not for the money,
No, not at all. No. Don't even know why I mentioned it, to be honest. It's...
How are you
I just
feeling?
slipped out.
Yeah.
As I said, a lot better, but looking forward to getting off the boat.
Yes, well, if we keep our eyes out for the tower, the watch tower.
As you round the bend, you see it.
Oh, look!
The half sunken stone watchtower, built on a little islet, just barely risen above the waterline. It's a relic of way older wars, like crumbled even probably before the start of the Empire. Its top collapsed inwards, vine chokes all around the lower levels. An old wooden jutty just kind of comes out from the island, cracked, useless. Single iron cage dangles from like a rusted post near the waterline, empty. Tower leans kind of towards you slightly as you pass it. Quite imposing.
So, I'm sure you said that if we see this and then we carry on around the corner, it's just beyond here.
And we all agree that I should be the one to speak first.
Yes, but remember, we need Orin Vane, who's a lieutenant specifically.
Yes. And I have the medallion of power.
And you have the medallion of power.
Excellent.
So I think you should just go up to the guards and just.
Wave
You've
it.
been sent by the lieutenant.
Officer.
This isn't
Officer,
my
no,
first
you-
rodeo.
If you want, I can stand behind you so that they know we're being, we're like serious.
I think you should
I
stand
like-
right at the back.
Yeah, 'cause I'm the biggest, so I mean,
No,
it just makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, you are a very
You can
imposing
see me over
figure.
everyone else, of course. Makes
So,
sense.
I'll go first, explain the situation, relay the message from Officer Kadish, and then we can be back on our way, back to biscuit setting.
So, are you going on your own, or are we all coming?
Well, I think I'll go maybe 5 or 6 paces in front, and you guys can look like a friend. Oh, smiles, remember Cell? Smiles? Key. We want to appear friendly.
Note, when Violet smiles, she has fangs.
Maybe smile a little bit less. Grin, grin.
Seems
Better,
like you're wasting
better.
your natural born talents if you don't eat meat with those things. They're like born for like ripping and tearing flesh.
Well, like, I can't speak to tiefling anatomy, but
I can.
I've never really found any use specifically for. They're quite useful if you're eating rather tough veg.
Yeah, you see this wolf here that I've got on my chest. You see, it's got teeth like that. Well, it's for eating animals. It like breaks them down and
Well,
stuff.
yes, but you know, there's this theory I heard. Well, I read actually. It's called evolution, and it speaks of if you can change across time. As a you don't have to stick with exactly the first design that sort of comes across.
The watchtower approaches.
No, you've gone past.
We've gone past the watchtower.
Is there a jetty or something?
So as the river kind of curves gently southward, you slowly start to approach on the Veylstrand South Customs Station. It stands on like a raised stone foundation, just along the right side of the bank. Outlooking from the river, there's a building kind of squat and sturdy, just kind of pushed back along the tree line. Constructed of heavy river stone, reinforced timber.
The red and gold imperial banners again flutter from the tall posts outside, rippling in the breeze. A wooden jetty juts out from the river, new in the station itself, wide enough for a few boats. 2 small patrol skiffs are moored there. A guard stand watch at the end of the dock, one hand rested on the hilt of a sword. Your boat drifts right to the dock. You see signs of life, a few kind of guards patrolling around the perimeter, a hound rested in the shade.
The hound, did you say?
Yeah,
Hound.
yeah. You can hear the kind of faint clang of steel coming from inside the training yard. As you bring your boat, a guard moves to kind of intercept. He stops when he sees you. Who goes there? Eyes widen. He nods and kind of gestures up.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Gilbert Gladstone, ITG representative, and I have something to show you from Lieutenant Kadish.
And you've got the
I hold
medallion.
the medallion up.
Okay.
That's the first thing I do.
So literally, as soon as you kind of seen the medallion,
I need to speak to the officer in charge.
throw a rope. He kind of like gestures to you, throws the rope, kind of pulls you in and ties it off around the dock. Kind of leans over, offers his hand to the first person who comes up, kind of pulls you off the boat, and one by one assists you all onto this gangway.
And what's your name, sir?
He just gestures up towards the main hall.
This way.
Lead straight up towards the main door.
And who are we asking for?
You want probably Oren Vane, I'm assuming.
He's in, is he?
Yes, he's just up towards the main hall.
Excellent.
So he kind of just goes back towards his guard duty. Literally, it's quite a muddy kind of environment, literally just as like carved into the riverbank itself. This wooden gangway just literally leading up a small kind of sloped hill towards this kind of plump little squatted building on the top of the
We'll kind of make our way up together.
Yeah. As you approach the main hall, you can see that it is kind of large slabs of riverstone that have just been placed all over each other, like little small windows that are kind of set and reset back into it. It really doesn't look like an imperial station. This looks like an adopted imperial setup. This isn't your usual, this is not imperial build. This is almost like a converted fishing hut that's now being used as an outpost. Just kind of even more evident that this, that the Empire are using what resources they can at this moment, and they're literally kind of having an operation based out of this very small lackluster building. As you walk in, you can see that there's as you're walking up, there's one little wooden watchtower that's placed towards the back. There's small kennels where there's a few dogs that are chained up. Stables, there's only 2 horses. One of them looks like it's very, very rarely used. Probably like an old mare, kind of knackered and pretty much ready for done. There's a small barracks wing, and then there's a very small little training yard out towards the back. And that is what this garrison.
We're not on an island in the river.
No. You're off towards the
bank.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure. And this is kind of just all based out around this. As you approach, there's a guard that kind of enters. Seeing that he just again opens the doors and gestures you forward. This is not a large area. There is one central room in this small hut.
Are we all going in?
Yep. Inside, you can see a man in his early 40s. One ear is pointy, the other seems to have been cut and rounded off. He's got close cropped black hair, and just beginning to kind of grey at the temples, so like silver sideburns kind of coming up, little specks in his hair. His posture is literally as straight as you can be. Uniform, flawless. Red, steel, black gloves, the commander sash, no unnecessary flair, just authority and function. His eyes, as he turns to greet you, very, very grey, iron grey. Scans each of you as you entered.
I give him the biggest smile I can muster.
I'll try and
friendliest smile.
remember the words that Gilbert said on the board.
Everyone smile!
Doesn't speak, just looks and kind of weighs up the situation. You're not soldiers. Civilians. Yet you bearing our medallion. Please explain.
I've been chosen to be the spokesperson for our ragtag group, and may I say it's a pleasure to meet you. Gilbert Gladstone here, ITG, and I'll put my hand out as a gesture to shake hands.
Kind of steps forward. Nice to meet you, Gilbert.
I'm assuming that you're Mr. Vane, Orin Vane.
Yes, Lieutenant Orin Vane.
Lieutenant, excellent. We have been sent by a colleague of yours, Officer Kadish. He's currently aboard the River Warden. He has men in custody and needs immediate reinforcements. His skiff was damaged and he needed to... It wasn't this rowing boat that we've travelled on. Hasn't been big enough to transport the troops and prisoners that he's got in custody to you. So he deputised us, leaving me in charge with fear of decapitation, to say to you, please come as soon as you can in aid. We relay this message in the most polite, professional and caring manner that we can. And I give you another big, creepy smile.
I also smile at the back of him.
Okay. Smugglers. Compromised ferries. Crippled patrol craft. Damn it all. So then, would you like a drink at all?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
What have you got?
Not much. Wine.
Sounds
ale,
good.
water.
Yeah, wine. Yeah.
Got milk.
We'll all have.
No, maybe. Do we have any milk? No, I don't think so, Sergeant.
Any
No.
forge?
No, unfortunately not.
Steel?
I think we've got some ale.
I don't think-
He kind of goes around and starts just filling up, handing out drinks to everybody.
I would just like some water, please.
Some water, yes, certainly. And kind of notes and kind of passes it through.
If he'll ask for, sorry, if he'll ask for some water and she'll crush some berries from a pouch and put it in the water.
Gets everyone a drink. Well, you've brought this to me quickly. That matters. I don't have our favours lightly, but you've earned my attention. What are your names?
Thea.
Thea, nice to meet you. Oren, you?
Me?
You're a big lad.
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, my name's Jack.
Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Not 20.
Well,
Yeah.
Jack is more of a nickname. His actual full title is Russell, Captain
22.
Nice to meet you, Jack. Okay. Sorry. So we have Thea, we have Jack, we have
I mean,
Oven mate.
Warren. Warren, nice to meet you.
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Violet.
Violet.
My name is Quinton.
And you was all travelling on this ferry together?
Well, not together.
Not
No.
together.
We're all strangers.
Okay, and you took the boat from the ferry to come here?
Correct, deputised.
Deputised.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll come back with you then. I want to see it for myself. I'm not leaving the station undefended, though, and we have just had to send a group out, so it will just be me. You'll row. We'll take no skiffs, just us. Is there room for me on the boat?
No, we need to get a larger boat to take back to the River Warden.
Okay, we can take one of ours. That's fine. We'll take one of the skiffs. That's not a problem. I just can't leave. I can't take any more guards, so I'll have to come back and see myself. That's no problem. Are you ready to make way?
Would we be able to tow the rowboat behind the skiff? Because
Yes,
I believe
yes,
the
yes.
River Warden will want their
Yes, of course.
lifeboat back.
It's not hard, not a problem at all.
Okay, excellent.
Yes. And he turns round, and as he kind of turns round, he knocks loads of papers kind of all go over the floor. Folded reports, dozen pages scattered across the solid floor.
Violet immediately dives for them.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Roll a perception. Everyone roll a perception. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even rush to pick them up. He just turns around and looks at everybody.
11.
Ooh.
11.
22.
22.
22.
24.
Okay.
24.
24. Right, so
16.
there's a few of them that looked like they were maps with big red X's and kind of parts, and you can see kind of freeborn alliance targets and things like this, like locations. And they looked like they were quite sensitive information. And he did not rush at all to pick them up. All he did whilst Violet was gathering the papers was just watch every single one of these. Just whilst that was going, and just kind of see what was going on.
So she makes them really neat. They're in a perfect pile when she. Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So sorry. Obviously, when they went on the floor with that 24, what did I?
So you just see that as the pages go, some of the pages are maps of the local area that have got Freeborn Alliance targets and like red circles all over the maps, basically in certain areas. You couldn't put them to memory to be like where they are, but you look at them and you can be like, that's very sensitive information.
Are they like wanted, like posters?
No,
like
maps with
maps.
locations
Right,
on,
okay,
so
right,
that
okay,
with like so literally something like that
yeah.
with just like dots,
Right, okay.
and then do you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
Freeborn Alliance kind of like marker maps, do you know what I mean,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Lieutenant, I might be privy to also say to you that the cargo that Officer Kadish inspected had undeclared smuggled weapons in.
Weapons?
Yes, indeed. I couldn't tell you what they were. It was all a kerfuffle. And then 3 hooded assailants burst out from the crowd trying to escape. He has 2 in custody with 1 fairly injured in the skiff that they came aboard in.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your openness and your honesty in you telling me that information.
I can rest assured you've known everything that I know now.
No. Thank you very, very much. I honestly do appreciate you. I think if you are ready to make ways, we shall head back to the boat, I assume.
We're going back on the boat.
Yeah, going back.
We head back to the ferry?
Mm-hmm. Russell, I really do think it's rather important that you help her out now.
What's wrong with you, darling?
Sickness. I'm not used to being on the water.
Oh. I might have something. He kind of goes over, starts to kind of go through a few concoctions, brings out something. This might help you. It's just a very small kind of little vial of like a very dark little liquid. That's
Can I ask? Can I smell it?
It smells horrendously bad.
Can I, by looking at it, make like some sort of medicine check to see if I've seen this before with my herbology?
Yes. So go on.
Can I do
that as
Arcana?
well?
Yes.
Can we all do that?
Yeah.
Hang on. Who's got it? Who's got good?
Arcana.
Yeah.
What?
Herbology, you were going for.
Can I guide myself?
Can I just do
Oh
Have
no!
you got any proficiencies in herbology? or
First
anything
net
like
one!
No. They're gone.
I got 23.
Can I guide myself?
that? Say again.
Can
With
I?
guidance?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you checking for?
Medicine.
I
To
mean,
see
yeah.
what it is.
Can I do like a history, just see if I've
I can
seen
medicine.
them
I can medicine.
being
26,
used before?
25 for medicine. Me.
So, Bowen.
I got 23.
So you can't really tell what it is so much like in terms of like the liquid of it. However, it's something that you've seen a lot of sailors use beforehand, which is a very small.
Right.
It's like a concoction that they
So
take
it
to
is
try and
for-
still
Right.
sickness.
So
Not entirely sure what it's made of.
So
But at the same, what did you roll?
8.
Oh, okay, so again, you've seen it.
Yeah.
No clue about what it is.
So
What did you roll?
25.
I'll give you you'll know what it is, but I'll give you that in a minute because I've got it in my
What did
notes
you roll?
somewhere.
That one.
Nine.
That one.
No idea. What is that?
It's a
Oh.
milkshake.
Oh, Fia, I've seen these on the boats before. A lot of the
have.
sailors have these. I honestly, it will cure your sickness. Like,
You will.
I give it. It's not gonna taste nice, my love.
It's like,
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. It was something like thistle and something, a couple of other bits and pieces.
Okay.
And it's just
She
like
takes it.
and it does. It tastes absolutely disgusting.
Try and keep it
I'll
down.
just take my water as
Yeah,
well.
have a couple of and
I'll give you the water.
the kind of nausea starts to subside, and that kind of that spit goes away, and you start to kind of feel a little bit less kind of
Oh.
wheezy and kind of still there, but it's nowhere near as strong
It's not.
as it was. You're not
Yeah.
in waves and kind of like that anymore. You start to feel a little bit more
Feel
easy.
better.
It's worked.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Honestly, spending
you.
18 hours on a small boat, that will certainly do you in. But if no time to haste, I'm assuming my comrades.
Yes, they did say to make rather.
Yes, so let us move.
Do I still have a nice? What did you give us the wine in?
It would have been a very small, basic wooden cup. Nothing
I'll
fancy,
just
like
put it
more
down.
of a
I haven't even
goblet.
drank
I've jumped me up.
Yeah. Okay, so he kind of turns around, movement kind of steady, efficient. He doesn't really say kind of very much. He just kind of walks. He lets a few of his guards know. I'll be back. I'm taking these back to the River Warden. We'll be collecting Officer. What was his name? Kadish, and we'll return with due haste. A couple of his men say, no problem, sir. We'll keep an eye out and take any notes of logs. They'll make their way down. He literally pulls up, unties one of the patrol boats, which is not much bigger than your boat, but could probably fit 10 people rather than the 6 beforehand. It's a little bit better built, higher quality sides. The rows and the oars are kind of settled into positions to get really good.
How many can row in
There's
this boat?
4 in this one, as opposed to kind of, or there could be a potential for 6, but there's 4 oars kind of set up. So 2 sets of rows on each side, whereas you guys would have just been doing one.
I'll go again, like.
I can do it once.
You've got the stamina.
Orin jumps straight in and kind of sits
take one and
in one of the helms. Lads, come on. He kind of gestures. He doesn't gesture to you. He gestures to you and you.
Russell will sit in like the middle of 2 of them, if that's possible, and he can do 2 at once.
So he's gonna do good lad. He kind of taps you on the shoulder. Good lad.
I'll take the other mate.
Thank you.
Oh, and he kind of sits in and just. And again, now you start rowing.
How bright is it where we are on like outside? Is it bright?
It's probably coming to about midday. So
Oh, right, okay.
it's the sun's at its highest. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. No clouds in the sky. Beautiful, beautiful bright skies. If it wasn't for your hectic morning, you're kind of in the start of spring. So it's still a little bit in the morning. It was still a little bit cold. So you had that mist, but the sun is beautiful. If it wouldn't have been for this, it would have been an absolutely lovely day aboard the River Warden. It really would have been a lovely day.
How often do ships come down? Like the route that I've took, obviously from C4 to get to where I want to go. Obviously, this ship's now been seized. How often? When would the next one be coming? Like
You're
how
probably
regular?
you was probably only a day. You would have arrived in, if that ferry would have kept on going, you would have been in Fordstead by this evening. Like that evening, you would have probably been.
So I've still got a few more
6, 7 hours down the river, and you'd have been there. You was expecting to get there that night.
Right. Okay.
Like
so
of that morning.
I've got like 4 days.
4 days, okay.
So
Plenty of time.
after a while, sound of oars, water, filling the silence. Vane finally speaks, not sharply, but just with a quiet interest. So, I take it none of you know each other before this morning?
No, but I feel like we're all quite well acquainted now.
Aye, we didn't. None of us knew each other, but they're nice people. Like we've got to talk to them.
Funny how quickly people can know each other when things go badly and it all pull together.
Trauma bonding.
Yes, of course. He doesn't kind of force any conversation; he just leaves it after a while. What happened? The 3 smugglers, did they strike you as anything unusual? Anything they said, the way they moved, or anything like this?
The big fellow was the one that said the most, wasn't he?
I'll not take you alive.
Yes, I'm not
Something
going
like
back.
this. Was
He
it not
said.
going back?
Yes.
Oh.
And then he leapt from the boat. I think he broke his legs.
Of course,
It was rather upsetting.
You could hear it.
He had like a shaved head, like a jagged scar. I don't know if that rings a bell to you, like of any person that you dealt with in the past.
No, but it certainly is a distinct characteristic.
Well,
so I'm sure
so
someone
that's
did.
why I thought I'd point it out.
Yeah, no, thank you.
He was a
thank you,
big
Councillor.
fellow, wasn't he? I mean, I don't know if he was as
Pretty
tall
small.
as you. No.
Probably
but
would have
quite
been
large.
about roughly about the same height, but not as
Yeah.
nowhere near as hench as you.
Lieutenant, may I
Yes.
ask you a question?
Yes.
If it so happens that these 3 individuals have prices on their head,
Yes.
and we've obviously been instrumental in bringing them to justice,
Yes.
any reward that would be shared between our group?
When you say instrumental with bringing them to justice, sorry, what part did you play in bringing them to justice?
Well, we're bringing them, the boat, to them, for them to receive the boat and to go into whatever establishment, prison that you seek fit.
Make a persuasion check.
And before I do that, can I cast charm on you?
I mean, you can if it fails.
Whams if it fails.
Then you've tried to just
Depends
cast
what the
magic
spell
on a
says.
fucking
Officer.
Imperial.
What is it?
And you wouldn't like that very much.
I
Sometimes
definitely wouldn't like that.
I
very
might do
much.
that then.
Just,
I'll just go on my natural
Just
charm.
putting that out there.
just throwing it out there because it's episode 1.
I thought that if it failed, they wouldn't.
No,
know,
no.
but
So
they know.
if
should
he
tell you
fails,
the
it
spell
depends
as
on the
well.
spell. Some spells say like
He can.
What is it?
He
I
can
think
see
charm
past
charm
the
person
charm
definitely
person.
you know if the it
And
says
and if you've been charmed and
failed,
it's
you know.
not wanted, then you'd be pissed. I'm assuming.
yeah 100%.
Which
Yeah,
spell is
the
it?
target knows it was charmed by you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Okay. I'm not gonna do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Either way, is it?
I'm gonna use my.
Just use your natural charm.
Is it
Yeah,
either
yeah.
way?
Just persuasion.
Mm.
It's crazy. +9 is 22.
22. I mean, as I'm sure you can imagine, you know, being with the RTG, and are you all people of the Empire, citizens of the Empire?
mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, obviously, we are. Whereabouts are you from? We don't see many. Obviously, many priests.
I'm the priest.
Look like
I am an elf. Priest.
from the Lunar Vale.
Yes.
Yes, I'm half elven.
How are you doing? How are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm well. It's not something I follow personally. Well, my mother was a follower of yours. Yes, yes, yes.
What is your mother's name?
She was Elena.
I think it's that one.
But yes, I mean,
She's still with us.
no, unfortunately, she's no longer with us.
That's her soul.
Um,
That's her soul.
but I recognize your attire. What is it you say? May the light, take
Blessings of the moon. Blessings of
the blessings of the moon. Yes, to you as well. Man.
You're not nicer than your officer.
I mean,
he's very
you have to. We have been on.
angry.
We've been living away from our families for 3 months now. I've been in that shed.
3
There's
months.
12 of us, and men stink. But you know, you have to forgive us. Times are very tense, as I'm sure you're all aware. You know, but yeah,
I can understand.
we are all men. We all have families. We have all hearts and kindness and
So you didn't
virtues of our own. You know, I'm sure he's very tense. You know, he'll be
and
the
he
third.
did get attacked by
100%. Surely the situation probably required him to be tense. You know, he can't have
makes sense.
a whole boat of people. There was how many was there on the patrols? 2, 3, 4?
4 of them in total.
4. You know, how many people on the ferry? Maybe a couple of hundred. You can see how well understaffed we are at the moment, right?
Yes.
So, in terms, Gilbert, what you were saying, in terms of the reward, I will certainly have my gratitude. I will see what I can do for you. Okay, it is certainly better for me to try and owe you a favor than for you to owe us a favor. So I'll see what I can do for you. Okay, Gilbert. Okay.
Yes,
I'll
that'd be
see what I
lovely.
can do. I can't promise money, but I will see what I can do. Okay, that's all I can say.
I think that's fair.
That's all, because I don't know what budget we have. But if for some of the, you know, we'll see what happens. Are you traveling?
I'm not doing this for money. I'll point that out.
I mean, we had no choice. We were deputized. I'm just trying to
I know, and I appreciate you
help
being
the group
very.
along with a few extra little tidbits in their pocket.
You have been very forthcoming with me. You have you've given me no reason to be against you in any way. You've told me all the information in prompt fashion. You've made your way directly here. You seem to be very amicable people. So, you know, I will do what I can for you. I can't promise it, but, you know, I will do what I can.
Appreciate it, Lieutenant.
And as the kind of, you know, the time passes on a little bit and kind of little conversations, he asks as well. You mentioned before the crates, weapons. Is that right?
Well, I didn't actually see inside the crate. I don't know if anyone was close to the crates when they were open.
Oh, no.
but
I saw metal, and
I mean-
and they looked rather sharp. And that's the moment when, you know, everyone got rather anxious.
Very fast.
All the chaos.
Very
And
fast.
yes,
Running.
Do you see any markings? You know, any shape, weight of the crates at all?
Did we see any?
I didn't.
Okay.
There's nothing that
I didn't know. I didn't know anything
attention to.
particular about the box.
It was also scary. This is
Very fantastic. It's just I've served, obviously, river posts. But
12 years now. Learn to trust your gut. You know, when you're out here for quite long.
Is there anything in particular we should be watching for?
No. I was just wondering if you noticed anything in particular, or you've seen, maybe, especially yourselves being a tradesman, whether you notice any markings or indications of where these things maybe might have come from, or. But
no, they were unlicensed when.
Yes, the captain said he picked them up at the last port.
He did, yes.
The captain.
I believe so.
Veylstrand.
Merrick
is his name.
Experienced pilot. Not like him to be taking on.
He said it wasn't anything illegal.
Yeah, he said it wasn't any stolen goods, so didn't he?
Did he have paperwork? Do you know anything like
There was no paperwork.
No, he did say that, didn't he? He said there wasn't
Last
no
minute.
paperwork. Was
It's
last minute.
It's unlikely that Merrick would take. I mean, that's against the law. You can't.
But then, don't you think also that these scoundrels,
not on
the three,
commercial ships, not in quantity. You must have some form of indication of what it is. If there's no paperwork at all, who's to prove where this comes from?
But then
who's paid for the purchase? What's purchase of receipt? Raises a lot of suspicions. And in times as suspicious as these, good sir, I'm sure you can imagine why that is against the law. I mean, we do not require full infantry, but we do require some form of acknowledgement that these goods are being travelled and responsible by some person. And
well, I would imagine, because just from his reaction, the captain didn't seem very worried, did
So
he?
they were smugglers,
To be found in possession of these items. But the three who ran, they seemed very worried. So to me, that suggests that the captain might be slightly innocent. And actually it was the three that tried to run away, that perhaps they'd sort of, I don't know, like...
Maybe he took some
forced
money.
him to...
They could have forced him.
Or something
or
like
bribed
that.
him.
And
They
yes,
could have. But I mean, look, for
Money.
me, this is a bit above my pay grade, you know. We've been told to do this. We've done this, haven't we, Gilbert?
It's all speculation at this stage.
Oh yes, that is very much speculative.
Yes, yeah.
What we know is we need
To get you to the boat.
exactly, and then my head is firmly out of the noose.
no, it should only be a further away.
Training come in handy.
More time passes. And eventually, you can see the river warden.
Oh, Buck.
Still moored in the same dock.
More than enough time for your fight.
Felt quicker than before.
Oh.
However, something a little bit off.
Get pen out, guys.
Hell, guys.
Oh shit.
Something's wrong.
Oh fuck.
There's no movement on the deck. There's no footstep. There's no voices.
I don't like this.
You close the distant and climb aboard. The ferry looks intact. There's no fire. There's no wreckage.
There's no people we see at all.
But the atmosphere is heavy. Two of the Imperial Guards are unconscious, beaten to a pulp, lying slumped against crates, bruises at their heads, not dead, but taken down hard. The crew and all of the passengers are below deck in the cargo hold. The other two guards, one's recovering nearby, standing but dazed, big split and cut across his head. The other one is nursing a cracked lip.
I went over to the one, not the cracked lip one, the other one, and ask him if he's okay.
Oh, my head hurts. It hurts. Kind of Orin immediately as you start to kind of move, he says, please, please, please. Where's the commanding officer? She says, it's towards the front, and he's one of the ones completely knocked out. Falston, Captain Falston, is standing towards the back of the boat.
Is he fine?
As lieutenant, he seems to be fine. Yeah. Orin walks forward. You, priest.
Yes.
Can you heal?
Yes, I can.
Please, please, please help him. And you kind of like do this.
Hurry over.
Literally straight over. He's on. This is that prickly
In fact,
one
we've got a
from
few
before.
of us here that can heal. If you need more people.
If you can,
he
please.
He can heal.
If you can please help this.
She can heal.
Yes,
I
of
think
course.
And he can heal.
I should be fine.
So he looks at you guys to ask to see if you can assist his soldiers and assist this man.
Which one looks
One
the
of
most
them.
healthy?
Just a guy with a cracked lip.
I'm
He's
gonna
just-
go with him.
Yeah, he's fine. He's just been. You can tell he's just been pumped.
I'll go to the guy who I spoke in.
So you're already
to-
with
yeah,
one, yeah. And you go to the other guy that's unconscious on the floor. So he's nowhere near as fucked up as this officer dude, but he is completely unconscious, again, bruised and battered.
I guess I'll just be like trying to like make sure like the rope's on the ship and just that bit while they're doing the healing me, I guess.
So it's
You get 16 points from me.
Nice, okay. So, oh, fucking hell. He starts to kind of roll and kind of hold his head as the bruises start to slowly recess and the heels start to slowly close up and the big gaping cut across all kind of stitches up and still the remnants and the pain lingers, but the visible wounds slowly start to recede.
He'll get 14 from me.
Okay, nice. So again, big kind of split heels. Like.
So it's is it the officer who's down?
Yes, the prickish one. Yeah.
The prickish
What was he called?
Good
I
word.
can't remember his name.
Kadish.
Sorry,
Kadish,
sorry,
no.
Kadish. Officer Kadish.
Oh, yeah.
Kadish.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Kadish? I'm like checking for his pulse.
Is
Lieutenant.
He's have you healed it?
I'm checking to see.
So no, okay. So roll a medicine.
Just like
Yeah, he's. I mean,
natural 20.
okay, so he's completely breathing. However, he looks like, from what you can tell, we've got a lot of internal bleeding. There's mace is lying next to him on the floor, and you can see that it's been. It's all of his ribs where you feel they all seem to be gone. All of his bottom ribs have been crushed to a pulp. So he's had a heavy bludgeon blow to his stomach and his chest area. He's probably been stamped on repetitive times. His head split, slightly fractured skull towards the back of his head. He's on the verge of death.
So I'm going to cradle the back of his head to where the main damage is, and his rib as well. And I would say Veylstrand Lundtherin. That's cure wounds.
And there's
That's
the light from your
you
hand.
see it more
starts
start
to-
from the his necklace. You see the silver moon more shiny than the blue one when this spell's been activated.
Nice. So silver light almost comes from your hands, starts fading into his flesh, and before long, when it starts to go dark, and as he kind of takes that breath, he automatically comes in with his broken ribs. You can slowly start to feel as they piece together.
Got 14 points.
So the ribs not fully formed, but certainly brought back
Kadish,
from like.
Kadish, are you dead?
At this point, kind of Vane comes in and steps to one side. Thank you, my friend. He kind of looks.
That's okay.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I'll just ask mine, who I'm with, what did this? Who did this?
So he kind of turns around and he's like, I'm not really sure. I just got fucking whacked, and then
You saw nothing?
next thing I know, they were gone. And the kind of conversation back and forth between yourself and him as he kind of turns around and Vane looks around to everybody. Men, gather the crew. He kind of looks at the one next to yourself, Thea, and the one that you was looking. Make sure that the crew are fine downstairs. No problem, Lieutenant. And they walk down towards the crew hold. The guy who was unconscious kind of slowly picks himself back up. And Vane gets kind of brought up to Kadish gets brought up to a more comfortable position. When Kadish speaks, it's with almost broken breath. It's very, very quiet. So he's kind of whispered in, leaning, talking to Vane in his ear. Vane then turns around, kind of, looking at you guys. Alive? Just beaten. Well, they made their move the moment you left. That's no coincidence. They didn't do it with any outside help, no. They knew how to wait. A long breath kind of leaves him, not in anger or panic, just grim and heavy. I thought we had them.
So this was the 3 that were already under arrest?
Yes.
This is Kadish or Orin speaking.
This is Orin. Kadish is just kind of like really limp in the corner.
But he had broken legs. How could they possibly?
Heal. You must have a healer.
He kind of turns toward you. ones that brought me here. Not too late, but just late enough. And that's where we'll end.
What the fuck?
Today's
As
episode.
we were told!
Fuck! Hang on.
I cast charm person.
Yes, that was the time.
So that's where we'll end today's episode, guys.
God damn!
Oh my god.
I absolutely loved playing that. Yeah, thank you everybody.
What a
Thank you
session
everybody. What a session one. I can't wait for next session.
Session number 2.
Let's go.
Woo woo.
Thank you guys, everyone as well for watching. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully that wasn't that was good. You know, that was all right. We appreciate all your feedback as well. Obviously, you know, this for us is our very, very first episode, and we can't wait to carry on telling this story, getting better, getting more fun, and getting, you know, just seeing where this adventure goes. We absolutely love you all to pieces. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time around the table. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.